If you're looking for intellectual, informed basketball takes, and you want to bring in media that knows what they're talking about, look no further than
Fast breaks, yeah, we coming with the takes. Never early, never late, but we always push the pace, yeah. And we really study tape, y'all just view the highlights. Man, we really watching games, yeah. You just watch from the stands. We run 3-man weeks, Paul, Dre, and Allen, yeah. Way more than a fan. We got love for the game, we don't have to pretend. Got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. I'm the run the fast break, throw me the outlet. Yeah, we got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. Time to run the fast break, throw me the outlet. We on the break, it's fast break. We on the break, it's fast break. Let's go.
See a comment that said we love Jason Tatum.
Because we do.
That's crazy.
Every sentence trying to attempt
That's rage bait. That's rage bait for sure. Hold on, let me introduce this podcast. Party people.
We on the break. It's fast break.
Fast Breaks family, is that time again. It is the end of the 2024-2025 regular season, which means it is time for the playoffs. Playoffs.
I'm trying to win a game.
Tapping in. My name is Rhoda, hostess with the mostest, and I am quite sure that you know this. To my right, the shooter, Mr. Consistent. We call him King Dre. Why did a filter just slide over your video? Like that was kind of fly. That was kind of fly.
Let's go. I'm illuminated in light. Let's go. Hey, man.
He's covered in the blood.
Amen. He's risen. Let's go. Amen. Hallelujah.
Yo, whoever this is knows us personally. This man saying
our
name. Either that or this man is really a super fan. Respect, yo. Man tapping in. And yeah, I do. I love all my Kobe disciples. You heard?
Yeah, we know. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Up above Andre is the coach.
I actually might know who it is.
Hold on.
Hold on.
It's the coach. It's the teacher. It's the professor. PRR Sports, aka Mr. Robinson. Coach Paul in the building. No filter for you? Damn. And to his left, last but certainly not least, he built this brick by brick. Him, and he'll be damned if he lets someone in the comments tear it all down. We call him the architect, Morpheus, the professional, Alan, the man with the plan.
Yo.
Hey, yo, this is an astute viewer. This is an astute viewer.
I know who it is. It's my boy.
Okay. We was having a quick pre-pod discussion, and I was saying how, and yes, listen, I'm clip farming with this comment. I know comments, don't leave me alone. I am clip farming, but you can tell the way a man lives his life by the way he plays basketball.
Wait a second.
And I was just talking about how the way I play 2K, the way I play in real life, I don't do the back and forth over the net. We don't play tennis. Okay, I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna.
Wait, let him land because I'm interested to see where he's going with this.
Hold on.
We don't argue. If we have a disagreement about how to get the the goal done, I'm gonna make my position known, and then I'm gonna lay in the cut and watch it all play out, and wait for you to come tell me your views after we're completed. Okay. And now on the pod, y'all probably saying, "What is Ro talking about?" Ro and Paul be arguing for 2.5 hours every pod. That's content. I'm performing. But today we're gonna do it a little differently because it's the end of the season, and y'all are here for information. Y'all are here for takes. Y'all are here for analysis. So we're not gonna go back and forth today. We're gonna structure this pod as host. I'm declaring we're gonna structure this pod as a roundtable style. We're not gonna cut each other off. We're not gonna go back and forth. Everyone's gonna get their equal airtime to just make their points, and stand on what they stand on. And history will reveal who was correct. All right. So obviously, at the end of the season, we got to start with end of season awards. So how we gonna do this? We're gonna go in order. We're gonna go Dre, Paul, Allen, and me. You're going to tell me your picks, and you get 30 to 45 seconds to just make your argument. Uninterrupted, no feedback. Just stand on what you're going to stand on, and then we move on. Unless someone says something absolutely ridiculous and egregious, and then I'll allow for a 60-second rebuttal.
Okay.
Because we have a platform, and we have to protect it.
Fair enough. So
we're going to start off. Y'all ready? Y'all down with this?
Yeah.
Let's be disciplined.
Actually, one question. What season awards? Are we talking about the official awards, or are we throwing in like scoring title and stuff like that?
No, I mean that's decided though. That's
true. That's true.
Yeah.
On that.
Okay, they call me the East Coast Luca, but then this is a brother from another mother, isn't it?
If it's who I think it is, yes.
Okay, he probably can shoot real well.
No, he can't.
Long floppy. Oh damn, long floppy hair.
No, also no.
Okay, so he's just saying Luka off play style.
He doesn't play basketball.
All right, never mind. Moving on. All right, we're gonna start with one of the most prestigious awards that a player can win in NBA history, but has also turned into the narrative award. But more on that later when it's my turn. Most valuable player.
Remember, these are your rules.
Dre, yes. 45-second clear out. Your pick for MVP.
I don't need 45 seconds. His name is Shea. He's not shy. He's the best player on the best team in the NBA right now, and it's really not even close. That's the whole thing. I know who other people are going to say, but he has been the clear front runner for the entire season. It's him. He's Shea. He's not shy.
All right. Paul?
Nikola Jokic, man. This man.
The camera. Back up.
Hey. Clear out.
This man is going to get robbed this year. Shea's gonna get it, but Jokic got robbed. He robbed Shea last year.
Who?
So now it's a robbery for a robbery. So
he didn't win last year.
But if I'm voting, Jokic. This is a top 5 season ever in the history of the game.
No, he's right. He's actually right. I know his lack of defense makes it seem not, but his offensive stats.
Hey,
at center.
We're not going back and forth. I'll wait till my turn. I'll wait till my turn.
We have to start talking about he might be the 3rd best center ever.
You trying to get Pharaoh take, huh?
He might be the 3rd best center ever.
It's not your turn, man.
Paul, are you done?
I'm just saying. I'm sorry, man.
Yes, I'm done.
Alan, your pick.
It's not your turn.
I agree with Paul. I think Shea's gonna get it, but I gotta put a case for Jokic on wax. This man's having a season like I've never seen before. I think he should get it. He's having a historical season, bro. And the fact that I remember back in November, we were talking about how it's looking scary for the Nuggets. He got them like 4th place, tied for a record with a bunch of other teams. And he did that without Murray and Aaron Gordon for much of the season. He's top 3 in points, rebounds, and assists, where they've never seen that before. And his defense has been much improved. He's still not no defensive player, but he averages like 2 steals per game as a center. So like his defense is there, whether it's super nice or not. Like I've never seen nothing like this before, and I don't it's gonna be crazy when we look back on it and see that he wasn't MVP this season. But the best case for Shea is that he got his team winning the most, and they have like a 16-game lead over in the win column over the next best team. So it's hard to say against Shea, but like when you're having a historic season like this, I gotta say Jokic.
Okay. So, y'all know in this pod, I like to define things. I'm gonna go right around the circle again, and I'm gonna just ask you for your brief answer.
30 seconds.
No, I'm gonna go around the circle again and just ask you all for a brief. What is your definition of the MVP in the NBA? Your personal one, Andre.
It's the best player on the best team who has the best story.
Okay,
Oh.
Paul.
The best, the best performing player, the highest performing player.
Can you quickly define performance?
Is there a certain value asset? Would you say he's the most valuable player? Is that what you're trying to say?
Stats and contribution to winning.
Okay, Alan.
The most impactful player on a winning team. If I had to just put it in a couple words. Succinctly.
Okay. So that's what y'all personally believe. Can y'all now answer to me who the player is that the NBA has typically awarded the MVP? Andre?
Who's typically?
Yes.
Well, we got to go. It's different per era, honestly.
That's correct. That's correct. Tell me a little bit about it.
So in the last 10 years, it's been really, and we've talked about this, it's been a narrative award. Who has the best story that season, which is why Jason Tatum may never win an MVP, quite frankly. It's why LeBron doesn't have 11 MVPs and Kobe doesn't have 11 and Jordan doesn't have, because at a certain point, specifically in the last 10 years, you have guys like Russell Westbrook, who I love, obviously, Jokic, who had to cry about it, Shea, who's just, his story is just Jokic had.
Let him land.
You said if you said anything crazy.
Embiid,
Right,
not
right.
Jokic, not Jokic. Embiid,
okay.
my fault. Jokic earned that. Jokic earned the hell out of that. My fault. But it's been who's had the best story, who's had the biggest story to tell that the NBA could tell and sell and make headlines about. And Shea's got it this year. He's got it with his whole aura thing. He appeals to the youth, and people like the way he plays. And even though he's a free throw merchant, unfortunately, he still has a really good story. So, actually, he has an eye story. I'm not really buying so much into it, but whatever.
Paul?
We lost him. Oh, no, he's there.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Here
can
you
you
go.
hear us? Be
Can
heard.
you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, y'all are choppy. Ask the question again. What has it gone to the criteria for each era?
Who has it historically? So
Okay.
his
Yeah.
thing was who has it like historically gone to. Does that compare to like your own definition? Paul, you there? Hello?
I can hear you, Alan. Why don't you answer the question in the meantime, and then we'll circle back to Paul.
All right. I think I see where Farrah's going with this, but historically, I feel like the MVP has been somewhat consistent in the fact that it always goes to the best player, who's typically top 2 or 3 in either conference. So I think that historically has gone to like the best player on a winning team. So I think that's who has gone to historically, and whatever narratives kind of but whatever narratives or other factors propels one of those 6 players is typically who wins it.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Paul didn't go yet. I don't know if we can hear if we got Paul back.
Okay, you want me to give who the say who it usually goes to?
Yes.
It depends by it depends, honestly. Like you asked us what our definition is, but I don't know if that's the leagues or
That's what
the
I'm asking you.
voters.
What do you think the league's definition is?
I don't think they have a definition for it. I think it goes to who they think is the best. I think it's on a spectrum, right? They ideally want to give it to the best player out of the players on winning teams, or the person that performs the best out of the players on winning teams. However, I think if you have somebody who's performing at a level that's historically great, but the team isn't that great, like a Westbrook, they'll give it to them, right? If there's nobody that's standing out to that level, then they're gonna look at the winning teams and look at the players that's performing the best on those winning teams. So I think it's on a spectrum. That's why I say it's not really defined. It's not the same in each era, but it's on a spectrum.
I think the NBA has no idea what they're doing with this award anymore. I think that
You think they lost the plot?
yeah, but not in terms of correct. I think they just don't know what they want to do anymore. I think that from the mid 2000s through the 2010s, it had turned into a narrative award. I think that early 2000s and prior, I think it had gone to the most dominant player, and dominant was a broad definition. But I thought that's what I thought when the AI was winning it, when Shaq was winning it, when Tim Duncan was winning it, when Kevin Garnett was winning it, when Dirk was winning it. I think they were going into the person who was dominating their matchup every night most consistently, right? Like the biggest matchup issue in the NBA, right? I think it became a narrative award right around the time of Steve Nash's MVPs. Which is why Kobe didn't win anymore, because he could never have a good narrative based on what was going on until 2008. And then because there was a propaganda campaign to put LeBron as the face of the NBA, that's why he got his first two. And then Derrick Rose, yada, 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 so on and so forth. I think this ended with who won the MVP the year before James Harden?
Russell Westbrook.
Who won the year before that?
Kevin Durant.
The year before? No, that's not correct.
No. Before Russ?
Year before Russ, it might have been.
No, I think it was Kevin Durant because Russ won in 2017, right?
Curry?
Did he win his first one that year?
Oh, that might have been Curry's unanimous one.
That was 16.
So then it was KD before that. Then
yeah, KD was. I thought KD was 15 for sure.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now.
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
Yeah, 16 Steph, 17 Russ, then Harden, Giannis, Jokic, Embiid, Jokic. Okay, so right around there is where there was an issue, right? Derrick Rose, a narrative award. LeBron 2 and 3. He's the king of the NBA at that time. Kevin Durant, that was them trying to prop Kevin Durant to become LeBron's true rival. Steph, the greatest scorer in the NBA. Then 16, the most unanimous because it was the greatest regular season we've ever seen. Right? 17, I'm going to be honest. That was a pure narrative award as well.
Yeah.
Listen, it's my turn.
This is longer than 30 seconds, but
because we had technical difficulties. James Harden was a better player that year and was contributing way more to winning that year. But the NBA, one, they were trying to prop a Russ narrative to keep the Oklahoma City Thunder relevant and to play up the beef between Russ and KD, right? Plus, because he averaged a triple-double, people felt pressured that because it was such a statistical feat, it could not be ignored and it had to be rewarded with the MVP. But really, James Harden deserves it. Once they did that, the NBA got into a makeup game, and that is what has ruined the award and is why we're here where we are now. Because 18 was a makeup. Then you go Giannis. Those two are probably deserved. 21, Jokic gets it, maybe prematurely. Then in 22, he gets it where Joel should have got it. So then they make it up to him in 23 by giving it to Joel when Nikola should have got it. And then they made it up to Nikola again last year when Shea should have got it. And so this year it's going to be a makeup again. It's going to be for Shea when Nikola should have got it. And that's why we are in this terrible cycle. Because next year, they're going to be thinking they got to make it up to him again. And as long as his stats are good enough, they're going to give it to him. And so they have no idea what to do anymore. It's like these awards are now given a year past.
Yeah.
Like it's like if you were a top 2 MVP candidate the year prior and you have a good enough year the next year, they give it to you. And that's been going on since 2021. Y'all want to have a final word on that take? Dre?
I mean, I could go. I think that the makeup aspect of what you said is correct, but I do not agree that Harden was the most dominant. I think Russ was the most dominant that year, and that's why he got it. I don't think that was a narrative. I think
winning plays into dominance, though.
It plays into dominance, but it's a team sport.
No, I know, but so like I think valuable, right? Value. I think in the NBA is you cannot separate it from winning. So I don't think value can be measured just by production. So yeah, you might have the most productive player in the NBA, but I figure like I love the term that's always associated with Steph, and I think this is why people debate this, but I think this is why Steph was a unanimous MVP. Because I think in that year, the way Steph played was the most clear example of your style and play being intrinsically attached to your team winning and it happening often. They won the most games ever because that was a year where a person's play had the most effect on an opposing team that we've ever seen. Right? Like those third quarter Steph spurts, we've never seen a player dishearten, dismantle, and dismember a team in that fashion consistently over the course of a season. Right? Like I think the closest was probably 2012 LeBron. And Jordan. I would say, I was going to get to that. I would say probably 96 Jordan, right? But even in 96, but 96 was the closest. Michael probably could have been unanimous in 96 for sure. I mean, because again, it was 72 wins, right? But that's what I'm saying is like you could have great production numbers that don't affect or slow down or disadvantage the other team at all. We have to acknowledge that there is a style of defense called we're going to let him get his and no one else because he can't beat us by himself. And so when we see great stats, I think we have to measure it against that rubric. He's getting great stats, but how much of a problem for the other team is him getting those stats? If we think about that, that's where Russ was getting triple doubles, but for that team that season, how much of a problem was it for his opponents that he was getting a triple double? It wasn't that much of an issue because despite him getting triple doubles, the team was able to defeat the opposing team was able to defeat the Thunder with relative ease. Most of the teams, right? They finished 7th that year.
What are you talking about? It was what are you talking about?
What did they finish that year?
They were like 8th, 7th, 8th.
No. They were at 6th. And it was
okay. So 6, yeah.
Last that year was incredibly tight. It was like a 1-game difference each team. It was kind of like
that's always the case.
No, the Thunder were definitely a lesser team out of the top 8 teams.
That's what I'm saying.
Like clearly,
so, right? Yeah. Whatever seed it was, like him getting triple doubles was not that much of a devastating issue for opponents. A lot of teams for a lot of wins were able to survive him getting his triple double, right? That year, what Harden was doing, I'm pretty sure 2017, they had 50 wins or close to it, right? So what Harden's was doing was proving to be absolutely insurmountable for their opponents. Yeah, the Rockets won 55 games that year, right?
You're ignoring the teammates though.
Hmm?
You're ignoring the
That's
the
what
fact that
That's a
Steph
big
played
fact.
with
No,
the
no,
best.
but I'm not. But I'm just speaking. I'm speaking to it, right? Like the oh no, in 2018, the Thunder were fourth. No, so 2017. Oh,
No,
that's
they
20.
didn't.
That's 20. Yeah, sorry, it would be 2016.
2017 or 6, yeah.
Yeah, it would be 2016, 2017. Yeah, they were sixth. The
Is
Rockets were
Allen breaking
55
up for everybody or just me?
It's me too.
Okay,
I'm
Allen.
breaking up.
I can
Yeah.
hear you.
What the hell?
We're
Yeah.
connected.
But
But
here's the
yeah.
thing. I understand what you're saying with teammates. Overall in wins, like if you have a better team, it is what it is. But I think there's a middle ground of that where we can analyze where like it is like if we do it math wise, right? Like, yeah, the rest of the team might be good enough to keep up with the other team, and the star player is the difference. But I think we have to measure how much of the gap are you filling, right? And we had this argument when the stat came out about the plus minus off and on the floor, right? Y'all saw that, and y'all saw Jokic having the biggest plus and saying that that is the argument for him being the MVP. I argued the difference. I said the biggest differential is the MVP because yes, all Jokic having the biggest plus proves is that how bad of a team he has, right? That like he is adding the most to his team, right? Productivity wise, when he's on the team, he is the player, he is the most vital player for his team, right? No other player in the NBA is more vital to the success of their team. So if it was a most valuable to your team award, Jokic clears, right? But we're talking about most valuable player in the league, right? So I say when you think it's in the league, I'm going to go to differential, right? So who changes the fate of the team more, right? And that is by the numbers, Shea, right? Their negative plus his plus. He is bridging the most gap. He is pushing the team further than anyone else in the league. They're like from what they are. From what they are when he's
finished.
From what they are from when he's off to what they are from when he's on, he is bridging the most gap because when he's on, they are the best team in the West, and when he's off, they are maybe middle of the pack. Jokic when the Thunder by the plus minus, whereas Jokic when he's off, they are
Trash.
Garbage.
No.
Trash. Yes.
They're
No.
historic.
I'm gonna pull it up. Because he doesn't have the biggest differential. He just has the biggest plus. He has the largest plus.
No, that's Shea. Shea has the biggest plus. The biggest differential is Jokic.
That's correct.
When Jokic is off, they're in the negative. They're historically bad when Jokic is off.
Yeah.
Did I have that backwards?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I was thinking like you're describing Jokic right now.
I'm presenting it wrong, but I still stand on my point. What I'm saying is like
your point is right. That just means Jokic should get it.
No. I was presenting that backwards because I had the stat confused. What I'm trying to say is that like y'all think someone having great productivity but it not being able to cause the defense problem is simply a function of the team being bad?
Yes.
Not always.
Not in every case.
It's a big part of it.
Most of the cases, yes.
Yeah.
I'm centered on that. Yeah.
It's a big part. You got to. It's not a 1-to-1, right? You got to look holistically. Like we were talking about the 2016-2017 Thunder team, who had the next best player was Victor Oladipo, who was not who he was supposed to be yet, and then it was Steven Adams, who was the third best player. They had no offensive power whatsoever. Literally, it was Russ by himself. So the reason why that they gave him the MVP is because without him, they were not just a bad team. They were the worst team in the NBA, just straight up.
So So
Can
I think you saying that has helped me clarify, but I'll let Alan go first. I know how I want to frame this.
So there's a couple things I wanted to respond to, especially with like the Russ thing. Well, the Jokic thing first, I would say is like, again, when if the team is historically bad off when you're off the court, and then when you're on the court, the plus minus is one of the best in the league. I think that in itself is just that speaks volumes to like your value.
So
And
that go
it's
ahead, finish. Yeah.
I think that's hard to like go against that to say that like, you know, there's someone else more valuable than you. Because if you're on a good team, I think that would also, because he's been on good teams with okay, you know, plus minus with him on the floor, but he also raises that team up so exponentially higher that his value speaks volumes. And I also wanted to say with the rest thing, I don't necessarily disagree with you in hindsight. It was like maybe a narrative reward. We also have to remember it's not just a regular narrative reward. In the moment, we're looking at him like breaking history. He broke history that year, and that doesn't typically happen in all the narratives. You know what I mean? I was going like before you were like cut off. I don't know if you like were able to hear me, but I was saying how like historically the MVP. I went back and looked at this a couple months ago actually because we had a Jokic conversation.
You know you did.
But historically, the MVP goes to top three, the best player in the top three in one of the conferences, right? And it's typically there's outside factors that go into one of those six players winning, whether it's voter for T, like LeBron didn't get it a couple years, or like whatever case may be. Maybe they broke some record or whatever. It's always some narratives or something that pushes them a little bit further. The only two times where it didn't happen was history making shit. And it's like in the moment, it's hard to go against that. Like in hindsight, you're right. Harden impacted winning way more. But I'm not mad at Russ winning the MVP even like when I was living that year because we never thought we were going to see that. And before that, Katie had just left. A lot of people thought they wouldn't even made the playoffs, but his play and the way they played through him that year propelled them to get to the sixth spot when a lot of people didn't have him making the playoffs. So I think that still made sense even that year. But in hindsight, you're right. It is kind of crazy that he won it over Harden, who was having one of the most best seasons I've ever seen offensively.
Right. So to bring this full circle and put a pin in this, and y'all can have final reactions to this, because I think I finally have my thoughts clear, and I apologize. It took me a while to crystallize this. I think that in the past, to go back to the definitions, to bring this full circle, like I said, I think that in the past, the MVP was defined as the player most valuable to the league. And I think how you define the player most valuable to the league is context and narrative based. And I'll explain what I mean by saying this. Teams that are mid to butt are not valuable to the league, right? The teams that are valuable to the league are contenders, right? So if we then cut off all the team, and that's where winning comes into the criteria, right? If we're talking about value to the league, winning has to be a part of that because the teams that are winning are the most valuable to the league. Then if you're looking at that pot, who is the most valuable player to a contender? I think that's prong one. Of our contenders, who's the most valuable player to a contender? Who is the one who their presence is making the team a contender, right? That's one. And then two, I think valuable to the league is where narrative comes in, right? Who has been pushing NBA interest of that pool the most? If I go by that, that's the only way I can rationalize how Steve Nash got it twice. Because in those years, the Suns were a contender because of him, and his innovative play style with the 7-second offense was pushing NBA interest. Because otherwise, if we go with the definition that I think has more recently been used inconsistently, but also that I think y'all are speaking to, if we go by most valuable to their team, there's no way Steve Nash wins two.
Nope.
Those are both Kobe's.
Yep.
Right? But in the past, it has been most valuable to the league. So if we go through that, that's what makes Derrick Rose make sense. Because the Bulls are not a contender. You take him off that roster. But with him on that roster, they were a contender. And his narrative, his play style, the whole Chicago thing was pushing NBA interest that year. The Miami Heat were not pushing NBA interest in 2011. Especially coming off that finals.
Hold on.
Especially coming off that finals loss.
I don't think
Wait, those are
LeBron.
2 different years. They didn't have the final loss before that year. That
You talking about
Rose,
the 2011-2012 year or the 2010-2011 year?
the
The
year
one
that Rose,
Rose won
he won
MVP.
2020.
That's when they lost to the Mavericks.
They won 20. Yeah, exactly. That was 2010, 2011. So the final
Right.
loss the final loss hadn't happened yet.
Right.
The
And
reason,
so I still think what Derrick Rose in Chicago was doing was the biggest headline of the year.
No, I agree.
This is
The
why
thing
I
is-
think the narrative thing is a flawed.
No, I know,
because-
but here's I'm not arguing for which one it is. I'm arguing again. My whole point is that the NBA has lost their consistency because I think that's prior what it was, right? Like it was the most valuable player to the league. Now, if we apply that to finish up my point, if we apply that to now, and I'm going through the old ones to see when it has been one and when it has been the other.
who is this? I don't know who this is anymore.
It don't matter. But here's what I'm saying, right? If we were to go to buy the most valuable player to the league this year, that's Shea, because what Shea is doing on his team makes his team a contender. No one here disagrees that if Shea were not on this team, they would not be a contender.
No,
So
they would be a contender.
So his play is making a contender, right?
I disagree.
You think if you take Shea off this roster, the Thunder team is still a contender?
Absolutely, they are a good team.
No.
They are a good.
What?
Team.
Not a good team, but a championship contender.
Not a championship contender. I'm seeing.
What else do you mean by contender?
They're still making the playoffs.
That's not a contender.
All right. Well, that's your. All right.
Jokic, for all that he's doing, is not.
Wait, so hold on, pause. I'm sorry. So then, what's a contender specifically?
The Nuggets are a contender. I don't know where you going with it.
Watch, see, and this is what they're doing, and this is why I don't like it. They are pushing a narrative of the Nuggets being a contender, and they're basing that solely off Jokic to make it make sense. Because watch this, if the Nuggets are a contender, then you can say Jokic is the most valuable player to the league because his presence on the Nuggets is making him the contender. But there are a lot of NBA analysts who have in the last week or two who are accurately pointing out the Nuggets are not a real contender. We want to believe they are because of how well Jokic is playing, but everything about their context, everything about the way they've been playing, everything about the end to their season tells us they are not a real contender.
Well, then define a real contender for me, because you got.
I don't think it's a reasonable take to think that the Nuggets have a chance to win a championship this year.
That you're wild.
Hold on. Is that the definition? A team that has a real chance to win a championship.
Yes.
Then all 8 teams in the playoffs have a chance. What are we saying?
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. We have seen literally 5th seeds make it to the finals.
We saw a playing team make it to the finals.
Yes, we have. So
hold on. Chance is then the wrong word.
That's what I'm asking.
Who have a contender is the teams, and I think is the teams that have the highest probability to win.
I don't know how you can measure probability in the playoffs.
Listen. By whatever definition you want to use, Pharaoh, the Nuggets are a contender because of how nice Jokic is, which is why you're saying they're trying to make it make sense, but it actually does make sense.
It just makes sense.
Jokic is that nice.
Alan, do you think the Nuggets are
if
contender?
Jokic play? Hold on, wait a second, Pharaoh. Can you, in good conscience, say if Jokic plays the way he's been playing all year in the playoffs, that they can knock most of these teams out?
I'm not going by I'm going off prediction. I do not. I believe my prediction is that he can play as well as he's been playing, and they're still going to lose. You know why? And this goes again because that has been what we've seen all year. He's been doing what he's been doing, and they haven't lost games. Are they a losing team? No, but they're not a top 3 seed because
they're technically top 3. They're tied with the Lakers.
Are they a top 3 seed?
Are they a top 3
seed?
Yeah,
are they?
Yes.
Yo,
they lost to the Lakers. Why they're underneath the Lakers, though? That's what Pharaoh's going to do.
I would say
they have the same record. What are we saying?
But they lost.
But why are they not third, Dre?
Because they lost to the Lakers that one game.
No, because they lost to the Lakers 3 times.
Did they actually lose 3 times? I didn't know that.
Yes.
Wow.
So your probability point, if that's what you are considering a contender, no, they aren't contenders. But I tend to agree that when you have the best player in the league who's playing this well, I think you always got a chance. So are they contenders? No, but they got a shot.
Anyway, y'all could react to that. I think the NBA, they made the switch to most valuable to their team back in around 2011. And I think after 2021, they've kind of flip-flopped it every year from the player most valuable to the league to the player most valuable to their team.
I'm standing on what I said originally, that it's on a spectrum. On one side, far right, you have the player that's just playing out of their mind. And then on the far left, you got the best team. And somewhere in there is where they decide the MVP is. So if you're on a decent team, but you're playing out of your mind, like Russ was, you're getting the MVP. If your team is just dumb nice and you're the best, like one of the nicest ever, and you're the best player, you're getting that. Like if the Celtics won 70 games, we might be talking about Tatum right now.
They won 66 last year and they didn't give it to Tatum.
Because Tatum's never going to be. Here's the problem.
No, but wait. Because I like what Paul said, but Paul, I think you're agreeing with me. I do think it's a spectrum. I think they are flip flopping through the spectrum. The last 5 years, I think they have been swinging wildly through that spectrum. They don't know where on the spectrum they want to land, and I think it was more consistent pre 2011 and specifically pre 2021
because it was a different league back then. And I think because I'm calling it a spectrum because I'm saying they're allowed to be fluid with it, because depending on what you see in the NBA, you have to go off of that. Like history's being made. Oh, we're going to give it to you. As long as your team is still good, like good, you don't got to be a contender necessarily, but you're good and you're making history. That's how good you're playing. All right, we give it to you.
But then
your team's one of the best ever. We're going to give it to you.
Then it should go to Jokic this year. And going back to who's most valuable to the league, I mean, I really would like a definition of that, because
I gave you one.
Then by your definition, honestly, LeBron's gotten robbed more times than not.
He has. We can acknowledge that's my point. When they moved off doing that is when they said you're no longer getting it. And they went to this most valuable to your team thing. And that's when all these other guys started getting it.
But that's the same about Jordan. It's the same thing with Michael Jordan. It's the same thing with Kobe. There's never been a time that the best player in the league. Yes, it is. There is no
Michael got 6.
There's no Michael
got 6. There are people that say he should have got 10.
He should have 10.
Yeah, there are a lot of people.
They're being facetious.
There's no player. I'm going to be direct. There's no player in the 2000s more valuable to not just the NBA, to basketball than Kobe Bryant. That's not true, because that's 100%
true. No, because remember the definition I gave you. Remember the definition I gave you was the player making their team a contender. And unfortunately, for a lot of the mid 2000s, the Lakers were not contenders. You're saying he was the most valuable player to the league because he's the best player in the league, but that doesn't make you the most valuable to the league, because if no one really cares because your team isn't going anywhere, what value to the league is that?
Well, that's why I'm asking about what we're defining value as. Is it just what's on the court? Because value is more than just what's happening on the court. So I'm asking for definition.
It's an on the court award. That's what I've been saying. Ooh. That's my whole point, Dre. If they were going by this model, which they've done more in the past 5 to 10 years of most valuable to your team, then Kobe would have got it. But their history proves to us that before recently, it was most valuable to the league. Who is the player? Y'all sometimes call it best player on the best team. I think sometimes it's not even the best team. I think it's who is the player on a contender who is making them a contender, right? That's why Jason Tatum can't get it, because you can't say that Jason Tatum is making this team a contender.
See, I just think that.
And just for the Michael Jordan point, Michael got it 91, 92, 96, 98. The times he got beat, I think you can argue that the person that year was the person making that team a contender, right? 89-90, Magic Johnson. 93, Charles Barkley, Phoenix Suns. 94, Hakeem Olajuwon. Mind you, remember that Michael wasn't in the league during these years, which the people that say he should have won 10 straight conveniently forget. Right? 94, Hakeem Olajuwon. 95, David Robinson. 97, Karl Malone. 99, Karl Malone.
He wasn't in the league 99. But,
I know.
But
that's what I'm saying. Like the years he got beat are the years where like you can't really look at the Bulls and be like, oh, he's the one making them a contender.
Well, you can say the same about LeBron because every time LeBron got a contender, he's on a team that would be one of the best teams in the league without him.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that. And a lot of people have been making the argument. Yes, the Heat were a super team, but a lot of people have been, looking back and realizing that they were the last. You know what it is? The Miami Heat model. No, look, the Miami Heat model. Look, listen. Look. I'm never gonna say they're not a super team, but what I'm gonna say is they were the old model of super team. They were the old model of super team that worked at that time, and I think the quote unquote super teams that are failing in this era are following that old model, and that doesn't work anymore, right? You can't have a top heavy all-star roster with minimal pieces and be a good team anymore. In 2010, you could have. And when we accept that, we then look at that Miami roster and we realize that roster outside of the top three wasn't that good.
I think that these so-called super teams that are trying to form super teams in this era are just not as nice, or I should say aren't as great of players as Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and LeBron were. I think that big three was a bigger three. That's a big three of big threes.
So what version? Hold on. What version of the Heat do you think?
All of them.
Wait, I didn't even ask my question.
Your question. He already has an answer.
He doesn't know my question is. He doesn't know what my question is. Right, what year did LeBron win the MVP where you don't think he was the reason that team was a contender?
See, okay. Here's the thing, right? I'm saying
you're gonna say 2012 and 2013, right?
No.
Which years are you gonna?
I'm saying look.
No. Answer my question because you're speaking.
Yo, don't talk to this man.
No, because he's speaking to a different point, and I'm just trying to get an answer to this question because he's the one that challenged me on it. He said that if what I'm saying is true, then LeBron shouldn't have got it. But that actually is my point because the two that you're probably talking about came after 2011, which is let me finish, which is when I say it switched.
Okay, I think that your definition is wrong because you take a team that would have been like a 51 team to a contender. I don't think that's enough to me to say, oh, that alone.
I'm not doing that. The ones that I've said that the player who won it made them a contender. I don't think without them on that roster they would have been a 50-win team.
Jordan literally left the Bulls and they were still one of the best teams in the league.
They were still a 50-win team specifically.
And he wouldn't have won those years.
But when he came back, he didn't win.
Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. How can we say that? What are we saying? What are we talking about?
When he came back, he won.
He came back. If he stayed, he would have won. What are we talking about?
He did win.
When he came back, he only won once. And guess which year it was?
No, didn't you say he won in 98?
No, he won two.
Sorry. Yeah, but think about those years. 96 again. 72 wins and 98. That roster was different, bro.
What? No, not really.
Yes, it was. Remember, it was Last Dance. Scotty was not Scotty. All those players were getting a little older. It was a very big question on whether they were going to finish 3P. We watched a whole 10-part documentary about how it wasn't. There was turmoil in the front office. Phil Jackson, it was on his last year. If Michael is not there, that team. That was the whole point. That was the whole point of the documentary was how Michael pushed that team to make sure they finished that 3P.
No, what he did was push them to greatness. But when he talk about being a good, that team still would have been a good team.
Without Michael Jordan, no.
Yes.
Not that year.
Which year?
Which year? Hold on. We can agree to disagree. We can agree to disagree.
Yeah, we got to continue. But 98.
But outside of that, that's my exact point. Because you're right. I think LeBron James was not making the Heat a contender in 2012 and 2013, and that's when they switched it. I think they were so, they were doing the person that makes their team a contender all the way up till 2011, right? Steve, Dirk, Kobe, Bron, Derrick Rose. After the Derrick Rose one, something happened, and they decided we're now going to go with the most valuable whatever. And then it went LeBron, Kevin, Steph, Russ. And then right after Russ, it's in this like flip-floppy era.
Well,
so you agree with me.
When you say something happened in 2012, I mean, I think 2012 is the first year that they started doing the best player in the league. And that went on for the next 5 years. I legitimately think that the two that LeBron won.
Yeah, sure. That's sure. That could be what.
And I think that's honestly low key. I think that's how it should go back to. I think Jokic should win it this year. I don't think he's going to.
I think it should go back to the player whose mere presence on the team makes them a contender.
But then
or at least be consistent.
That's more guys than you might think. Like,
name it this year.
That makes them a contender.
Yeah,
Jalen Brunson.
Shea, Jalen Brunson, Giannis.
Jokic, Giannis.
You see, I didn't say it though. I didn't say it, chat. You see that? All right, go ahead.
The other Knicks fan did.
A contender?
Huh?
Are the Bucks a contender?
Yes.
All right, we can move on. I don't.
The Bucks are by your definition. They're a contender.
You gotta go with the definition of contender. You gotta go. And that's gonna drag this out. So you gotta.
I'm done. We can move on, bro. All that to say. Okay. I'm picking.
Forget this year. Years past, it could have gone to different people. Next year, he'll go to different people. If you don't want to go with this year,
what's going on here? What's going on here? Hold on. Don't. What's going on here?
We lit. That's what's going on.
Let's move on, bro. I've made my point. My main point is, again, because y'all keep going by my definition. My only point is I don't have one, and all I'm pointing out is that the NBA also hasn't had one since 2021, and that's why I'm picking Shea, because this is what they do. They flip flop and they do makeup awards, and I think y'all agree with that.
I disagree, but we could agree to disagree.
They haven't been doing makeup awards, Alan.
That's not the point I'm disagreeing with, bro.
So you think it has been consistent this entire time?
I think it's been pretty consistent.
By what? What's been the consistent metric?
Like I said, if they award winning, it goes to one of the best players on.
How could they award winning if Russ got it and he was a 6th seed?
You didn't let me finish, bro. That's why.
My fault.
They award winning to the top 3.
I'm not done making my point.
They award winning usually to the top 3, one of the top 3 teams in the conference, to the best player, unless, like Paul said before, there's extenuating circumstances as history breaking shit, like a player averaging a triple-double at the time.
Spectrum.
That's it.
All right, cool. 6-man, Dre.
That's 40 years on that.
All right. 6-man, Dre.
Russell Westbrook.
You have no idea because you don't watch basketball.
Russell Westbrook. What do you mean? Russell Westbrook. What are you talking about? Russell Westbrook or Josh Hart. Loki.
You're crazy.
Josh Hart starts.
Does he?
Yo.
Okay. Anyway. That's your pick. He got Russ. Paul.
He's not starting anymore, Paul. That's what I'm thinking.
I gotta go with Peyton Pritchard, man.
Because you watch basketball.
I gotta go with Peyton Pritchard.
Because you watch basketball. Alan?
I gotta give it to Peyton Pritchard.
Michael Beasley. What's his name? Beasley?
Malik Beasley?
Malik.
I'm not furious at that pick. At all.
I said Michael Beasley.
Yeah.
Michael Beasley.
I'm also
I saw when you said the cat.
I'm also going to Peyton Pritchard. That man. That is
nice.
That is the best performing player off the bench in the league.
Didn't he have 50 this year?
Yes. And I had him.
Every year the last game.
I had him on my fantasy team, and boy, he was putting up better fantasy points than a lot of starters I had on my roster, bro. That boy was. Right. Now we're gonna see who really watches basketball. Rookie of the year, Dre.
Ooh. What's that kid out of Heat?
That's crazy.
What's his name? No. I'm sorry.
I know what you're talking about.
No, you don't.
I was thinking Khalil Ware, but
I like him. I like him though.
I like him a lot, but low-key Stephon Castle.
Oh, he watches basketball.
That's crazy.
Stephon Castle, Paul.
It's between Stephon Castle and Zachary.
We should share.
McKeer. Yeah, on the Hawks.
Oh, his name not that hard.
No, it's not.
Share?
No, it's not.
I don't speak French that much.
It's not.
Which is share?
Also, no, it's not.
He
So go ahead.
earlier
Who are you
in the year,
picking?
he
Who
was
are you
up there,
picking?
though. He was
Who are you
playing well
picking?
earlier.
Who are you picking?
Stephon Castle.
Alan.
I'm taking Stephon Castle.
Who?
Stephon.
Castle, excuse me.
Then we're all taking Stephon Castle because we watch basketball. I'm really proud of that. I was gonna really be upset if we didn't correctly pick that. And to Paul's point, it's between Alex Sarr and Stephon Castle.
Man, Alex Sarr.
He's not
Who
doing
was
nothing.
Alex Sarr, man?
He's not. He's pretty good. He's better. He's much better than I thought.
Y'all are exposing yourselves. Y'all are exposing
Every
yourselves.
time I watch Alex Sarr, he has a bad game.
That's a fact. Every single time.
Every time.
I don't know what it is, man.
He's working threes. He's not guarding his position well.
Because it's when you see him, it's on the national stage. He freezes up. Or for Knicks
not the
game.
national stage.
Oh, really?
Every time he played the Knicks.
Yeah.
All right, listen. So
MSG
I mean, listen.
MSG has bright lights.
You might have a point. Look, Rasache, and that's how you pronounce his name, by the way.
Okay.
Rasache. He's averaging. It's Rasache. He's averaging 12.6, 3.6, 1.2 on 46% from the field. Alex,
he had a very good impact on the defense before
they
traded away all the best help that Trae Young had on the Hawks.
Guys, we're forgetting we missed somebody that's major for the Rookie of the Year award. Ben Simmons. Come on, guys.
That was cool.
Anyway. Alex Sarr is averaging 13, 7, and 2 on 40% from the
This
field.
is a whack draft class.
40%?
Yes.
I'm telling you, that man is not playing well.
This is a whack draft class. When are we gonna admit that?
It's decent.
How many blocks does he average? You see it?
Let me see.
Comparatively, specifically in the last few years, this is a whack draft class.
He's averaging 1.5.
That's pretty good, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's really good.
40% is crazy.
He's on the Wizards, bro.
Come on, son.
There's no all-star to give him open shots. Zachary's playing with Trae Young.
Yeah, true. But Stephon Castle, I'm giving it to Stephon Castle.
Yeah, but he's really hooping, so that's different. he's really hooping. He's averaging 14, 4 on 43%, and his team was winning, and he was a part of that until Wemby got hurt.
That's a fact.
And he played 81 games. I'm giving him credit for that.
That's big.
All right, now it's going to test our discipline the most. We are going to let everyone name their submissions before we argue. I'm going to go backwards. Third team All-NBA. Dre.
Oh, my gosh.
Dre.
We'll start with me.
Here we go. No, I'm starting with you, Dre.
Oh,
third team All-NBA.
Okay.
Is it easier to start from first team?
Yeah.
All right, Dre, go first team. Dre, go first team.
Right. Jokic, Tatum, Luka, Giannis.
Say something stupid.
Sure.
I'm about to say. You forgot your MVP pick. That's
Wait,
crazy.
didn't you? I thought you said Shea.
No, he didn't. He said
that's what messed me up because I'm like, didn't I say him? But no,
he didn't. You said Jokic, Tatum, Luka, Giannis, and then Shea. Paul. Paul.
I have the same ones. All the MVP candidates and fringe MVP candidates.
Not all of them because LeBron's the MVP.
I don't know how many.
You said LeBron
Wait. How many games has Luka played? I don't want y'all to be caught out.
Luka doesn't qualify for.
Yeah, I don't want y'all to be caught out.
I thought he played enough. Did he? Did he play?
I thought he did. He cleared.
Yeah. He's been out since like January.
He missed 32 games. He's only played 50 games.
Excuse me. Damn. All right. So then I'll
go really quick. I'll go really quick. I got
Wait. No, but Dre, who you taking? Who you replacing Luka with?
I got to think about it because I guess Cat.
No.
Okay, you said it. You stand on it. Paul, who are you replacing Luka with?
All right. You got this. Thunder,
This man said you got this. I'm crying.
the Celtics.
You got to think.
Oh. You know what? I'm gonna give it
Do
to
it.
Donovan Mitchell.
Thank you.
I'm not
I'm
Thank
gonna give it to
you.
Donovan Mitchell.
Thank
But you
you.
didn't let Andre think though.
That's
I
a
took the
fact.
time to think.
That's a fact.
So-
I had to go to the second best player on my team. But the question, hold on, does Jalen Brunson clear it? Because if not, then I got to change some other stuff.
I think Jalen Brunson clears it. I think he's good.
Yeah. He only missed like 10 games or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I switch?
Alan.
Hold on, wait. Can I switch?
No, you stand on it.
Come
You
on,
stand
man.
on it. You stand on
Come
it.
on, you didn't give me time to think, man. Come on.
Alan.
Same as Paul. Those five.
That's crazy.
Jokic, Tatum, Mitchell, Giannis, Shea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Donovan
You
Mitchell.
got the same ones?
Donovan Mitchell, 24 points. Hold on, 24 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 1-3 steal.
Number one team.
I think I go with the All NBA. I go merit individual production. So
And it should be Jalen Brunson.
So no,
Yes.
Nah.
not for me.
Jalen Brunson sacrifices
For me,
He's averaging 26.
for me, Jokic, Tatum, Giannis, Shea, Ant-Man.
Nah, he going on my second.
Ant-Man.
He going on my second.
What's the averaging right
Anthony
now?
Edwards, 28, 6 and 5,
Not
1.2 steals. He's the 3-point leader in the NBA.
That's worthy.
I'm not mad at Anthony Edwards.
I gotta give it to Ant, bro.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't realize he was doing that well.
Yep, I gotta give it to Ant.
He going on
And
my second.
They got the what seed did they end up getting?
Fourth.
What? What? yeah, no. And the way they looked earlier in the season, and he got them to a top 4 seed.
Who's top 4 seed?
No, wait. They're not fourth.
I didn't
They're not
think
fourth.
they were.
They're like-
What are they?
They're like 6 or 7.
Hold
They're
on.
playing the Lakers. They're like the 6th seed.
6 seed. Yeah, I mean he got them out the plan, and they were a team that was not even supposed to make the
Yeah,
playoffs.
they're 6. They're 6.
There you go.
Yeah, I got Ant-Man on my first team.
Everybody, watch Julius Randle today.
Absolutely.
Ah!
Okay.
I was going to bring that up when we talked.
Second team. Dre.
Steph Curry.
Oh,
Not mad at that.
Jalen Brunson.
2 point guards. It's craziness, but I'll let you rock.
Anthony Edwards.
This is a nasty second team already.
Yeah.
This is disgusting.
It's not positional. It's not positional. I'm going by production.
This is gross.
If Victor Wembanyama was healthy,
Okay.
he'd be on it. But he's not. He doesn't clear. He doesn't clear.
Cool.
Also, he would not, but but that's neither here nor
I don't
there.
know if I have a 5th pick. I'm not gonna lie. This has been a hard
you
year.
don't have a fifth pick. Nah.
Let me think.
What kind of? This is a 505 sport, man.
What's wrong with this man?
Hold on, man.
So what you
Hold
need?
on, man.
You should have been thinking about this the whole time when
I
we
should have been
were
thinking about this,
This
honestly.
guy's crazy.
I don't have a 5th pick. Damn.
No.
I don't have. I mean, no. I don't know.
How you gonna do a third team if you don't got a 5th pick?
I don't know.
Yo,
I wasn't thinking this far ahead. That's why I asked in the beginning, what are the topics?
To be fair, I didn't know we were going to talk about this, but
I really don't have. I mean, it could be Cade Cunningham.
you don't watch basketball. Just saying.
Then who are you gonna say? Who are you gonna say? Who's
pick K then if that's what you want.
fine? I'll go Cade.
Okay, you got Cade. All right, is it my turn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait. So Steph, Jalen, Ant, Cade, and who?
Steph, Jalen, Ant, Cade, and Mitchell, because I didn't have it on my first team.
All right.
Realistically, I should be switching Mitchell and Cat, but apparently that's not allowed.
Yeah. Okay.
Am I allowed to do that? Because that's
No.
really what I want to do.
No.
Haters, man.
Paul.
Jalen Brunson,
Correct.
Karl Anthony Towns,
Correct.
Anthony Edwards,
Correct.
James Harden. I got you. I got
Mm.
you. I got you, Nomad. James Harden. And then I have Cade.
Yeah.
That's 4. Brunson, Cat, Harden, Cade.
Oh, I said Cade twice.
Yeah. Brunson, Cat, Harden, Cade.
LeBron.
No, you said Anthony Edwards. You said Anthony.
Oh, you
Edwards.
just
Oh
saying.
yeah,
You
I
just
said
saying.
Edwards. Yeah, I did. I know.
Okay, Allen.
Anthony Edwards for sure. Jalen Brunson, Steph Curry, LeBron, Cat.
All right, I'm gonna go Mitchell Brunson in my backcourt. Yeah, I guess there's no real big I could put over Cat. So I gotta put Cat on my second team as well. Cat. Mitchell Brunson, Cat. Oh, that just helped me with something else, but never. Don't worry about that. Mitchell Brunson, Cat. Y'all really think Cade is all NBA?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. I'll go Cade. Mitchell Brunson, Cat, Cade.
He was tough. Starting with me was hate. Should have gone reverse order. Let me go last.
All this dead airspace.
That ass. That ass.
This man only got 4 himself.
All right.
That's what I was saying.
I'll go LeBron. But that messes up my third team. But go ahead, Dre.
For third? My third, I actually kind of should have started with third because it's the easiest. James Harden.
Not for me.
James Harden, LeBron James, Trae Young.
Wait. Well, go ahead.
Oh, Trae Young, interesting.
Yeah.
You said who?
I said LeBron James, James Harden, Trae Young, Jaylen Brown, and Paolo was injured too.
Yep. The injuries really ruined this.
You said who? Who's injured? I didn't hear that.
Paolo was my fifth.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, the injuries made it really hard this year.
Sabonis.
I don't want to give the bonus.
Not
Honestly.
this year. Not this year.
He didn't make the
That's
playoffs.
Zubac.
You said
Zubac? That's funny.
Nah.
I'm not putting him, but he's been really good.
Not that.
If there was a 14, maybe.
Nice.
Yeah, right. Right.
Austin Reed. No, I'm playing.
An argument can be made.
Yeah, you know, Austin Reeves.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw in Austin Reeves because I can't think of anybody else. Honestly.
I love it. So Bron, Harden, Trae, Jaylen Brown, AR. Okay, Paul.
Darius Garland.
I can't do it.
I can't do it either.
He's been almost as important to the Cavs as Donovan.
Oh, he hasn't. He's been.
I don't care about importance in my All NBA.
Darius Garland. Norman Powell.
Ooh,
Yeah, you're bugged.
this man showing the Clippers mad.
You're telling me that the Clippers have 2 All NBA players on their roster,
Norman
they
Powell was the leading scorer this year, was he not?
and they
No.
were.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Was he?
Norman Powell was
No, he
wilding
wasn't.
out. Oh,
No, he
no,
wasn't.
no,
No,
my
he
fault.
wasn't.
Look up yourself.
No, he
No.
wasn't. James
He
Harden
wasn't?
averaged 23. You're bugged out.
Yeah, I
So
was
what's
gonna say
Norman
Norman Powell
Powell?
averaged 21. I'm
You're
pretty sure.
bugged out. You're bugged out.
Norman
He
Powell
might
for
have
most of the year
23.
was the leading scorer. I know that for a fact.
It don't matter because at the end of the year he's not averaging, and he played less games than James. So
Did he play more than 62 or 65?
actually, no, he doesn't even qualify. He played 60. So you're bugged out all the way.
You just trying to hate on the Clippers, man. But anyway,
I mean,
All
it is what it is, bro. Like,
Darius Garland, Trae Young.
oh shoot, never mind.
Darius Garland, Trae Young. Darius Garland, Trae Young.
Not easy, I'm telling you.
It's not a lot of it's not a lot to choose from, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put Austin Reeves in there too, honestly. What's he averaging?
Damn.
20.
I'm putting Austin Reeves in there, man. You know why I'm putting him in there? Because before Luka got there, he was balling and was more important to the success of the team at that time.
Sure.
So that's why it's not just because like numbers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever you want to say.
It's not even a big that I could put in. Like
There is. I have him. I have two actually.
What do you got?
I got two as well. I don't know if you agree with me, but I got two as well.
Oh, my fault. Wait a second. All right, Darius Garland, Tyrese Halliburton.
Tyrese, isn't he asked this year?
Nah.
They got 50 wins this year.
He's averaging 18.
He's not all NBA.
He's averaging 18. Gosh, this is laid out so terribly. 18 and 9.
That's pretty good.
Darius Garland, Tyrese Halliburton.
So just all guards.
Did I say Giannis first team?
Yes. What? Are you even thinking about Giannis third team? Are you crazy?
Yeah.
He's about to put Tariq Evans in this.
This guy's lost his mind, bro. What's going on here?
What a throwback.
I don't think Steph should be all NBA this year.
You're out of your mind.
You really don't think so?
You're out of your mind.
Nah, because he was struggling. People
say
got,
not Stephen Curry?
You're out of your mind.
Can you? Do you need a tissue?
He was not playing well most of the year.
You are out of your
He only
mind.
started playing well once he got Jimmy Butler. No.
You're out of
That's
your
something
mind.
right here. What's going on there?
You're out of your mind.
Paul,
Go ahead.
Paul, you got something right here. You gotta wipe that off. You know what I'm saying? You gotta wipe that off, man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Accusations. False.
False accusations.
All right. Tyrese, Darius.
This is a whack list. This is whacker than my second team.
I'm redoing my second and third team, by the way.
You can't redo the team.
I'm gonna allow everyone to do it. I'm gonna allow everyone to do it. Because some of y'all have people in there that don't qualify, and I didn't want to point it out.
You're a hater.
Some of y'all have people in it that don't qualify. You.
Who?
So I'm actually doing you a favor.
Who doesn't qualify?
Jaylen Brown.
Who?
There you go, Şengün. Yep, I got Şengün.
Who doesn't qualify?
Should he make it over Jalen Green this year, though?
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's been better than Jalen Green.
All right, hold on. Let me write this.
Jalen Green is averaging. I already have it written down. Jalen Green is averaging 21, 4, and 4. Şengün is averaging 19, 10, and 5.
I'm gonna make y'all choose Devin Booker or KD.
Kevin Durant doesn't qualify.
Oh, so Devin Booker.
So I got like four
guards. You have 4 guards. You're bugged out. Alan?
Can you remind me real quick? Do I have James Harden in my second team?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna go James Harden, Cade Cunningham. This is tough, but I'm gonna go Jalen Williams from the Thunder.
I like that. I'm changing mine to put him in there as well.
I was thinking of him, but
I like him a lot.
And Şengün. I have Şengün too. And the
Yep.
last spot is tough. I want to give it to Tyrese low key, but I'm gonna give it to Evan Mobley instead.
Ooh, let's see. What is Evan? Evan Mobley is averaging 18 and 9. I like it. I like it.
I want to give it to Tyrese, but Evan Mobley been balling out all year.
Okay. I'm gonna start. Let me pull up a different list. I'm gonna go for my third team. I'm gonna go Cade. I'm gonna go Cade, J Dub. I think those are the young guards who deserve third team. Mobley is averaging 18 and 9. Şengün is averaging 19 and 10 and 5. Yeah, I gotta go Şengün. K, J Dub, Şengün. Yeah, let's throw Mobley in there as well. What is Garland averaging? Garland is averaging
In the 20s.
20. He's averaging 20 and 7. Nah, it's just not enough.
You're wild.
It's just not enough. It's
13?
just not enough. It's just not enough. It's just
That's
not
crazy.
enough.
That's crazy.
Not over. I can't put that over Halliburton's 18 and 10.
It's close enough.
18 and 9.
19 and 9, really.
It's close enough.
What did I say for my 13? I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm gonna change my 13.
I gotta change. I'm changing the whole roster right now.
Yo.
I got K, J Dub, Şengün, Mobley. Yeah, Hallie. K, I'll make J Dub a small forward. Well, the positions don't matter, but yeah, Cade. Third team, we're going Cade, J Dub, Şengün, Mobley, Hallie, and I'm changing my second team to Mitchell, Brunson, Cat, LeBron, Harden.
What did I say for my 13?
You got LeBron, Harden, Trey, Jaylen Brown, AR.
Gotta take out Jaylen Brown.
Yep.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown's out. AR's. I'll keep AR in. All right, so third is now going to be Braun, Harden, Williams, Trey, and AR. Second is Edwards, Steph. Brunson.
Hold on. God damn, bro.
All right.
LeBron, Harden, Trey, J Dub, AR.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second is Edwards, Steph, Brunson, Cat, Cade.
Edwards, Steph, Brunson, Cat. So you're taking Mitchell out.
Mitchell's going to 1.
So Brunson, Curry, Ant, Cade, Cat.
Yeah.
And you're taking who out of your? You're taking Cat out to put who?
Mitchell.
Interesting.
So it's Jokic, Shea, Mitchell, Giannis, Tatum.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else want to change? Let me read out everyone's. So I'll go bottom first. So right now, Dre, we did Dre's. Alan, you have Harden, K, J Dub, Şengün, Mobley.
Okay. Like that.
And then your second team, you have Ant, Brunson, Steph, LeBron, Cat.
Yeah, they all qualify, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and then your first team, you have Jokic, Tatum, Mitchell, Giannis, Shea.
Yeah, I'm cool with those.
Paul, your third team, you have Garland, Trey, AR, Şengün, Devin Booker.
I'm changing it.
To what?
Garland.
Still Garland?
Yes. Garland, Halliburton, Şengün. I'm putting in Mobley and J-Dub.
Hallie. So Garland, Hallie, Mobley, Shangun, J Dub.
Yeah. I don't think J-Dub was going to make it, but yeah.
I think he will. And then your second team is Brunson, Cat, Harden, Cade, Ant.
Yep.
And then your first team is Jokic, Tatum, Mitchell, Giannis, Shea.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's the only thing I have different is I think y'all are giving Mitchell love for number 1 overall seed, but I think Ant has just been a better player this year. So that's why I have them switch. So I got first team Jokic, Tatum, Giannis, Shea, Ant. I think those are I think Ant is right behind Luka. So when Luka doesn't, like in terms of top players in the league, so I think if Luka doesn't qualify, Ant is the deserving next best player in the NBA. I think that's the top 6 players in the NBA right now is Jokic, Tatum, Giannis, Luka, Shea, Ant. Then my second team, I got Mitchell out of love, Brunson and Cat because they deserve it. Harden and LeBron. LeBron, I like it second team just because of the record and how well he's been playing. Harden feels to me like a third team, but I don't think I have a player who's been playing better who deserves second team than him. Wait, did I not pick Curry for anything?
I'm telling you, Curry is not an all NBA player this year. I'm telling you right now.
You're bugged.
Because his name is Stephen Curry?
No, because he's played well.
He's nice.
He only played well like half the year.
He's averaging 25, 4, and 6.
What's the field goal?
45 from the field, 40 from 3. Harden is averaging 23, 6, and 9. But on 41% from the field, 35 from 3. Damn, I might have to take Dub out. No, I'm taking Hallie out for Harden on third team and putting Curry on wait, no, I'm putting Curry on third and keeping Harden on second based on regular season success. Harden got them in the playoffs, Curry and them was in the play-in, but I'm definitely putting Curry in over Halliburton.
I mean, let's be honest. James Harden would have had him in the plan too if Kawhi Leonard didn't come back. So that's not entirely fair.
That's not true. That's not true.
It's not true at all.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
That's not even a little true.
They were 7th. What are we talking about? Which is exactly where the Warriors are right now.
I don't believe it.
No.
Kawhi Leonard, y'all
They're playing good basketball.
Kawhi Leonard changes so much.
But you can say the same thing for Curry. You can say the same thing for Curry. The Warriors wouldn't even be in the play-in until they got Jimmy Butler.
That's a fact too.
It would have been like
so
I can respect the third pick. Honestly,
that's why I gotta have Harden second team and Curry third.
I'm not saying I agree with you, Andre, but to your point, like they had a game. The game that decided which team was going to go to the play-in was against each other, and Kawhi did go off in that game. So
I had Norman Powell.
So did Harden.
Wait,
Kawhi went crazy in that game. He didn't miss it.
Everyone, all 4 players we're talking about played well, but the Clippers won.
Kawhi Leonard shut him out. Kawhi Leonard literally shut them out.
What are you talking about?
You ain't followed the Clippers this year. The Clippers,
yeah, bro.
The Clippers.
I'm not saying I agree. I was making the point, but
the Clippers were like 4th at one point in the year, then fell.
They won by 5. What are you talking about? Shut them out.
The records were all jumbled up for a lot of the year, but the Clippers were up there as one of the best teams in the West all year.
I don't know about one of
when
the
were
best
they up
teams.
there as one of the
I don't know
best
about one of
teams
the best teams.
What
I
are you
don't know
talking
about
One of the best teams.
I don't know about that, bro.
Never.
Bro, James
Never.
Harden played better than Kawhi that game.
How do you figure?
what's it says?
He had 39, 10, and 7.
And what Kawhi have?
33, 7, and 6.
Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm
What,
bugging out.
what did Kawhi shoot that game?
13 to 20. 4 8 from 3.
What about Harden?
13 to 23, 5 8 from 3.
20?
That's kind of equivalent.
I swore he was playing crazy and didn't miss that game. Maybe that's what it felt like.
It felt like that, but James Harden was quietly giving them 40. And a damn near triple. I mean, I guess Kawhi was close to triple double as well, but the James was much closer. And they both had hella turnovers. So Kawhi had a higher plus minus. Like, I guess you could say the lineups where it was just hard on the floor, they weren't doing well.
So you gonna finalize this?
Yeah, I'm gonna go third team K Dub, Şengün, Mobley, Curry. I like that. Second team Mitchell, Brunson, Cat, Harden, LeBron. That feels right. And then my first team, Jokic, Tatum. Yeah, I think I got it. I think I did it. I want to look at Allen's though, because I really like Allen's. Allen's got Harden, K, Dub, Şengün. I like that too. Who'd you have in your second team, Allen? You had Ant, Brunson, Steph. So you have Steph second team and Harden third.
Yeah.
You stand by that?
Right now, I stand by that. Yeah, Steph has been shooting. He's been playing really well, I think, especially in the second half.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. Nah, I can't.
Look at the percentage you just read for Harden: 41 and 35.
Nah, actually, I do think I agree with you. Even though I said all that shit just now, I think I agree with you.
Someone said the Lakers in 5. Someone got to do the Shannon Sharp thing.
I think I agree with you.
How'd you get that up there so quickly?
And so the only thing me and Alan disagree on is you really gonna give Mitchell the love for first team just because of record, bro?
Yes.
I'm talking to Alan. Me and Alan have different conversations than the rest of y'all on this podcast.
I'm gonna say
me and Alan.
I'm gonna say yes because I think.
Have you looked at Ant stats? Have you looked at Ant stats?
I did. I know, and I don't necessarily disagree.
And he's a 3-point leader.
I think the role
leader in the league of 3.3.
You're right about that. But I think what Donovan Mitchell did, like in terms of sacrificing how he usually plays to play the way he's playing now, is a direct factor into them winning.
Talking about all NBA though.
I take that. I know. NBA. I feel you. But I look that into account when I do NBA. I know you don't, but I take stuff like that into account a little bit. I think I'll put it this way. I think he could be averaging more, but he's playing a certain way to benefit the team. I think that's be rewarded, in my opinion.
But all right, let me make the reward argument for Ant elevating his game after a devastating trade to keep his team in the playoff contention when they easily could have been out of the playoffs.
Yes, but I don't think it's elevated to the point as like
28
because they haven't translated.
28, 6 and 5, 40 from 3, 3-point leader in the league.
It's good. I'm not gonna lie. It was very tough between those two. But I have to reward.
And he played 79 games.
They're seventh in what are they? 6th or 7th right now?
6.
Yeah.
That's top 6 seed, bro.
That's 6.
Oh man, bro.
The top teams.
Who's a better player?
Who?
I just want us to agree on that. Who's a better player?
Who's a better overall player?
Yeah, who's a better player?
Yeah, for sure.
Or Donovan Mitchell.
Is there any other person on a lower team that you think is better personally than someone you have on a higher team than them, other than Ant and Mitchell?
Yes.
Who?
Absolutely.
I think Braun's better than everybody that's on both.
The second and third team. You think Braun's better than everyone on the first team?
Mostly.
You're bugged out. You're bugged out.
I think LeBron James is. We all talk about who's the best player in the world. LeBron James is still the best player in the world. I don't care.
No, he's not.
I'm taking Jalen Brunson over Tatum.
Luka is better than LeBron James today. I can say that
for sure.
I've been watching these men play together for 40 games.
40 games? It hasn't been 40 games.
It's been about 40.
It's been 30.
No, I lied. It's been 28. It's been 28, yeah.
30 games, like I said.
He's better than LeBron, bro.
Jalen Brunson.
LeBron's old.
He's better than LeBron, bro. LeBron is the best player right after all the like prime the players in their prime. Like I have him right after Ant. Like I got Jokic, Tatum, Giannis, Luka, Shea, Ant, LeBron.
You know what's funny though? If in the playoffs,
that's my top 7.
In the playoffs, if his experience and IQ takes the Lakers past a lot of those guys in their prime, although they're athletically better than LeBron and maybe more talented than LeBron, then are they really better?
That's a great question, and that's something that you got.
I've been thinking about that a lot because like LeBron is so, like
The
that's
best player,
what's
the best
carrying.
player in the world doesn't always win in the playoffs.
Yeah, but are you
Because
are you
LeBron has
better
been
than
the
the
best
person that got what it takes to beat you, although you're more talented?
Yes, because that's happened to LeBron many times.
Then are those people that beat him better than or
No.
is LeBron really better than him?
Yes, he is.
Wait, whoa,
yes,
whoa,
yes,
whoa,
yes, he
whoa.
was. Yes, he was.
Whoa, hold on.
LeBron
Wait.
James was the best player in the world from 2013 till 2021, and he did not win the chip every year.
Yeah, but look who beat him.
Not
Look
because
who beat
not
wait,
because
wait, hold on. But look who beat him. The second and third best player in the world got together and beat up on him. That's
what I'm saying. So I can, yeah, but I'm not. Listen, no shade. I'm just saying to Paul's argument, like just because you can beat the other player doesn't always mean you're better.
No. I said
context.
No, I said LeBron uses IQ and experience,
sure,
to beat more talented players. That takes into account that matters when you talk about better though. Your experience, your IQ, that does play a part in better. So if LeBron is using that so well that he's beating more talented players, are those talented players really better than LeBron?
If you're gonna do that, then the only place I'll put him is after Giannis.
So you have him as
fourth? That's why like all these old heads.
You could do
say
Jokic,
LeBron is
you could do
still
Jokic
him because of that.
He is still him, but he's not the best player in the world. As a Laker fan, he's not. He's not the best player.
I agree with you, but like after
if we do what you do, he's still top 6, but he's after Jokic, Tatum, and Giannis. I'm jacking that.
If the Lakers play the Celtics in the finals and LeBron beats the Celtics, I don't want to hear Tatum better than LeBron.
Did you say he's not in your top 5?
Who?
Luka.
I do. I'm saying if we do what Paul wants to do, I'm humoring him. But in my opinion, LeBron is 6. In my opinion, I got Jokic, Tatum, Giannis, Shea, and LeBron, Curry. That's my 7.
You keep missing Luka.
Oh, sorry. Did I? Sorry. I said Jokic, Tatum, Giannis, Luka. I said Jokic, Tatum, Giannis, Luka, Shea, Ant. That's the top 6.
I'm gonna say this: Jalen Brunson.
I got LeBron
in the playoffs last year.
I got LeBron. Hold on. I got LeBron. Jokic, Tatum, Giannis, Luka. That's 4. Shea, that's 5. Ant is 6. LeBron is 7. I got Curry at 8. I got Durant at 9. And to round out my top 10, I got
Jalen Brunson.
Nah, too late. The disrespect is already there. You might as well put Jalen Brunson at 50. Jalen Brunson was the best player in the playoffs last year. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm not putting Jalen Brunson in my top 10.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's Lakers tape. I'm telling you.
That's a crazy tape.
I'm telling you.
I got healthy Kawhi.
Healthy Kawhi. You see how far he went.
I mean, he's healthy right now. You tell me we're not watching a top 10 player play? You tell me we're not watching a top 10 player play basketball right now?
But Jalen Brunson's a top 10 player. There's no really a fact about it.
Is Jalen Brunson better than Kawhi when healthy?
I didn't say that.
Okay, then.
I didn't say that, but
it's Kawhi.
Who's Jalen Brunson better than what I just said? Who's Jalen Brunson?
Is Kawhi what he used to be defensively? Because if we're talking offensively,
yes.
Okay.
Yes, he is.
Healthy Kawhi.
Is he better than Kawhi when healthy?
You make
Answer the question.
No.
Okay, then.
Tatum's not better than Kawhi when healthy.
That's a fact. That's a real conversation.
That's a real conversation.
This is the point I was making. When you look at the GOATs that are still currently in the NBA,
we've never seen Tatum. The thing that y'all penalize for him, y'all don't have the imagination of what
you gotta imagine things.
Oh nah. Look
Tatum,
at this.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Fast breaks, lunch breaks, Curtis Blow. These are the breaks. That's bars. Shout out that man. Shout out the boss, the Don Dada, the OG, the original.
Oh man.
That's funny.
If y'all know me from a long time, y'all know that name. Y'all seen that name on Facebook, OD. He be on IG these days too, tagging me everything. We love it. History is chronicle. We in here. Lakerland. Lake Show is in the building.
No, Lakers are Cancun in 3.
Wait, y'all really disagree? This could be our last argument for because we're heading into the playoffs where this is going to be like argued about. Now that the playoffs are here, we're talking about in the playoffs. Forget regular season. In the playoffs, the best basketball ever. Y'all disagree with my top 10 in order? I put that in order.
Yes.
I don't disagree with that. Oh wait,
All right, let's go around. Let's go around. Let's go. Let's do it. No, this is our last one. Let's do it. Let's do it in order. Dre.
In order? Stop starting with me.
No, we're starting with you, brother. In order, when we talking about, we're not talking about healthy playoffs, right?
Healthy playoffs.
Who's your top 10 in the NBA? You can go 10. Yeah.
Currently,
give me the 10, and then you can put them in order because I know it's easier to just get the 10.
I need to set my parameters first. So we're talking about currently in the playoffs, or
no. I'm just talking about in the playoff context. Like if you're in a playoff game,
Jalen Brunson, the best player in the playoffs.
Hold on. All right, keep going. Define the terms.
The vacuum is that we're talking about when it comes to playoff basketball, not in the playoffs this year. When it comes to playoff basketball, and everyone is healthy, you can have anyone in the NBA.
In the NBA.
Anyone actively in the NBA, you can have them healthy, and you're talking about for a playoff game. Who are your top 10 players?
LeBron,
you can give me the 10. You can give me the 10, and then you could do order.
LeBron, Steph, Kevin Durant. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait. Slow down. And it's not the last thing. We got to make our first round picks. But go ahead, Dre.
LeBron James.
Steph.
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi.
Kevin Durant.
KD.
Nikola Jokic.
Giannis.
This is tough.
Luka.
This isn't order yet. You could just give me the names. Luka.
Jason
Tatum. Right now you're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're at 8.
Oh, 8. Jalen Brunson.
Okay.
And jeez. Did I say Luka already?
You have LeBron, Steph, Kawhi, KD, Jokic, Giannis, Luka, Tatum, Brunson.
Are we making picks for series this episode?
Yes.
Are we?
Yes.
All right. Oh man, who's 10? 10, I'll give it to Anthony Davis. Just kidding.
Okay.
No, just kidding.
There's another Anthony.
Anthony Edwards? Carmelo Anthony? Like, what are we talking about?
I'm not gonna pick for you, bro. You stand on your picks. You have one more pick. 1, 2, 3.
Right. Let's go Anthony Edwards. Let's go Anthony Edwards. Yeah, hell of a run last year.
Y'all are crazy out there right now. All right. Paul, your top 10. Everyone is healthy, but we're talking about playoff context. Top 10 players in the NBA.
Luka.
Mm-hmm.
Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Brunson. I'm serious. You think I'm playing? You think I'm playing about Jalen
Pick
Brunson? I'm gonna learn. You gotta remind you all about Jalen Brunson.
Pick, bro. Pick.
I already picked Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, you picked him too late.
Go ahead, bro.
It's not in order.
We're gonna do order in a second.
I said Luka, Joker, Jalen Brunson, LeBron, Tatum, and Anthony Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
I say Giannis.
No, not yet.
Giannis. The thing with Giannis is his mid-range.
You've lost your mind.
Giannis.
There's nothing to talk about with Giannis anymore. There's nothing to talk about. I don't like the way Giannis has been moving, but there's nothing to talk about with him anymore.
If he hits his mid-range, then
which he's been hitting post fades this year, bro. I don't know if you've been watching the Bucks.
He got to do it in the playoffs.
Hey, bro.
And we know he can, but he doesn't always do it. If he doesn't do it, they're getting knocked out maybe in the first round. So
I think this playoffs is on Dame. I think Giannis is gonna be Giannis. It's on Dame to play winning basketball in playoffs.
Nah, not yet. I still think it's on Giannis.
Giannis is proven.
Go D.
Is he? Based on some of the things you said on this playoffs, on this podcast about him, is he?
I'm talking about his character as a superstar, bro. I never talk about his play. Talking about his character as a superstar. He is not who he said he was, but play, he's that guy. I just don't like the way he's moving.
Yeah. Steph.
Steph being named this late is disgusting, but okay.
Steph has benefited from playing with great players.
Go ahead.
Who have also benefited from him.
Let's talk about it, but we're not going to talk about it today. Keep going.
KD. That's 10.
Yeah, there you go. I was waiting for someone to say that.
Unbelievable. All right, before we go to me and Alan, let's put y'all's in order. So Dre, here's your 10. Now you got to give me an order.
Give me
Your
1
10.
second. I'm writing it out.
I got LeBron, Steph, Kawhi, KD, Jokic, Giannis, Luka, Tatum, Brunson, and is your top 10. Give me the order.
Okay, hold on.
I could tell you in order.
Hold on.
All right, while you do that, Paul, give me your order.
In 2025, Joker, Luka,
Hold on. Luka.
Joker, Luka, Kawhi.
Wow. Okay.
Healthy. You said healthy.
Go ahead.
Healthy.
Go ahead.
Jalen Brunson.
Okay.
Wow. LeBron.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson over LeBron James.
Yeah. You
Go
gonna
ahead.
learn? I'm
Go
telling
ahead,
you,
bro. Go ahead, bro.
Shine. This man ain't doing anything.
Go ahead, bro. We not arguing. Just name your picks, bro.
I'm responding to the comments. My fault. I said, who's the last name I said?
You have Jokic 1, Luka 2, Kawhi 3, Brunson 4, LeBron 5. You still have
I got the
Thomas
order.
and hold on. You have Thomas. You have Tatum and Giannis, Steph, and
Tatum.
KD on the board. Tatum 6,
Tatum, Giannis, Steph,
Giannis 7, Steph 8,
KD.
9,
Who do I
Ant
need
10,
Ant,
Ant
yeah.
10.
And it's only because he's so young. Like you gotta see more. That's it.
We about to. I promise you that. He's gonna lose in 5, but it's gonna be a loud 5.
I got my order. Tell me
He's
you're ready.
playing with Julius Randle in the playoffs. You know that, right?
Yes, I do. All right, Dre, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Braun, Kawhi, Curry.
Well,
KD.
slow down.
This
Slow
man sucked in
down.
2015, man.
That's what I'm saying. LeBron, Kawhi, Curry 3,
KD,
KD 4. Yeah, you're bugged out. But go ahead.
Sucked in
Giannis,
2015.
Giannis 5.
Jokic,
Jokic, you're bugged out. Jokic 6.
That's a Lakers fan.
Tatum.
Lakers fan saying you bugged out.
Tatum 7.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yo.
Luka,
Yo.
Brunson, Ant.
This man is not a Knicks fan. He's a Nets fan. Gordon Dow,
Oh
Take him
my
back.
God.
We said,
Take him
hold on.
back.
We said,
take him back.
hold
Take
on.
him
Hold
back.
on. I'm confused at the parameter. I thought we said best players in the playoffs that are currently healthy. I'm thinking historically. Is that not what we're doing?
Moving on.
No, but that's what you
Alan.
said. Hold on.
Moving
That's what
on,
you
moving
said.
on, Alan.
That's what
I'm
you
saying
said.
today.
Oh my God. Then I got all right. Hold on.
You think I was asking you to rank legacy?
That's what I was. That's why
You didn't hear that 2015 list?
This guy's insane.
You didn't hear that 2015
This
list?
guy's
Yeah,
insane.
that 2022 is crazy.
All right. Hold
That
on.
list is from when we were in college.
Alan, no, you're done.
I'm gonna read you the order. Give me a
Dre, you've done 17 redos today. Alan, you have
Because you're
top
not
10
giving
and you
me
said
clear answers. I'm asking
you know
clear
you
questions.
you are hard of hearing, brother, is what you are.
I'm gonna
Alan,
read
you
you
have,
this list.
Alan, you have your 10 in order already?
Yeah, I got it 10 in
Give it to
order.
me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Wait. Alan, let's go.
Wait.
Alan, let's go.
All right, in order, I got Jokic. I was writing it down. Jokic, Luka, Giannis, Tatum.
Wait, slow down.
My fault.
Giannis
Tatum.
high. All right.
Wait, Jokic, Lukic, Tatum.
Jokic, Luka, Giannis, Tatum.
All right, give me 1 second. Yep.
SGA.
Thank you, Jesus.
SGA. You talk about
Jesus
playoffs?
Christ.
Yeah,
Jesus
man.
Christ. He's
He had
barely
a
been
triple
there.
threat. He got
But he's that
Exactly.
guy.
So we gotta-
he's that guy.
we gotta
But
see.
He's that
Hmm?
guy.
We gotta find out about him.
He had incredible playoffs last year.
He's that guy, bro. Come on now. He's that guy.
Over Brunson is disrespect. I don't care what.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Oh yes, it is. Oh yes, it is.
Paul, you're gonna like the new
I
order
got-
of the list. It's gonna
Talking
be
about the
Why ain't no
MVP.
new order for
Talking
you?
about the MVP.
Let,
Go ahead.
let me finish my list. Dog.
Yeah, please. At 6.
6. Anthony Edwards,
I'm not mad at it. 7.
Brunson.
Yo, y'all really have Brunson as a top 10 player in the NBA?
He's
Brunson.
nice,
Brunson
bro.
is great in the playoffs.
Top 3. He was the best player in the playoffs last year.
Go ahead.
What are you talking about?
Bron and KD to round out my list.
Yo. No, it's only 9.
It's only 9.
Jokic, Luka, Giannis, Kawhi at what, 10?
7 before KD. Or 8.
80.
Second round is not too
8 is
early,
Bron.
Mr.
8 is
Smith.
Bron.
Before KD. Kawhi,
9.
Bron, KD. Kawhi, Bron, KD.
So Kawhi 8.
Yeah.
So you
Yo,
got
stop talking, Paul. I'm trying to get this down. Damn. 8 is Kawhi.
Yeah.
9 is Bron.
Yeah. 10 KD.
You've lost your mind. And KD is 10.
Yep.
All right.
Wait, can I get my redo list?
No.
2025, right?
No.
I just misunderstood. It's the same players.
Yo,
I just
can we
need
get
order.
through the pod? Can we get through the pod? We're
No, can I just
devolving.
do it?
We're
It'll be quick.
devolving.
It'll be
We're
quick.
devolving.
It'll be
No.
quick.
No.
All right, so it's Jokic, Tatum,
Yo, mute that man.
Luka,
Yo,
Giannis,
mute that man. I'm
Brunson,
not writing it down. You could just say it.
Ant, Steph,
This is not
Kawhi.
gonna-
It's all right.
this is
I
not
wrote it
gonna-
down. Kawhi.
You're gonna lose the paper. You're gonna lose the paper.
No. I wrote it on my legal pad. I take it everywhere I go. It's right here.
Yeah, all right. That's corny, but
Why is that corny? You don't have a legal pad?
this man said it like it was like
Playoffs, yes.
he said it like it was his
Kawhi over
Mjolnir.
Harden.
Does it come back to you when you call it?
You damn right it does.
Oh my god. All right. Anyway. All right. Here I'm gonna go top 10 plays in the NBA, and I'm not talking about like. Well, never mind. We're gonna stay with what we're talking about. I'm gonna go. Giannis.
Wow.
Oh, didn't expect that from you.
Wow.
I haven't since Giannis won a chip. I haven't seen Giannis with a healthy team lose yet.
That's fair.
I've seen him be a big reason why they lost, though.
Since he won,
Yes.
But he was
No,
never
but
going to put Jokic right.
he never had a healthy team after he won. So I can't jack
True,
it.
but I've seen him be.
I have not. That I'm standing on what I stand on. That is the best two-way player in the league, and since he won, I have
Healthy?
not. Yes.
Kawhi better than him healthy.
You're all right. I'm not gonna argue.
Healthy?
I'm not going back and forth.
Healthy?
Today, I'm not going back and forth.
I mean, you said he's healthy today, so I'm thinking 2019 is back. That's what I'm thinking. 2019 Kawhi is back. That's what I'm thinking, right?
I'm not going back and forth. I haven't seen Giannis healthy lose with a healthy team since he won. So
Okay.
I got Giannis. Then I want to go Luka, Jokic. Yes, I think Luka's better than Jokic.
Mm-hmm. we knew that.
He is. He's a better player. He's a better player.
Mm-hmm.
He's a better player. And I haven't seen Luka have a team as good as the teams Jokic has had until this year. And when he has, he's busted Jokic's, you know what, twice. So, and he does, and he got the privilege because of that. He has the privilege of not playing us. No matter how bad we would have wanted that just to prove a point. But anyway, I got Giannis, Luka, Jokic, Tatum.
Brunson.
Bron. KD. Curry. Kawhi. And SGA.
SGA over.
It's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I believe that.
For those in the comments, we're talking about in the playoffs who we believe is the best right now. Healthy. That's what we're talking about. That's why
I believe.
there's so
I
much
believe.
Kawhi
I
over
believe.
Harden.
I believe Shea is better than than Brunson as a player
In the
I do.
playoffs,
Yes.
based on what you've seen.
Yes.
You're on drugs. Go ahead. Unbelievable.
Come on. Is Brunson a top 10 player in the NBA?
This guy is crazy. Yo, oh my God.
Did I call Brunson a top
Look at what that man did in the playoffs.
player? Oh no, you were joking, but I'm dead ass. Matter of fact, I'm switching this. 9 is Anthony Davis. You were joking, but I'm dead ass. 9 is Anthony Davis,
Word.
and then wait, I got Giannis, Luka, Jokic, Tatum, Bron, KD, Curry, Kawhi, Anthony Davis, and yeah, that's neither make it.
Brunson better than half that list in the playoffs.
You're bugged. You're bugged.
Jalen Brunson better than half that list in the playoffs.
Anthony Davis proved his point. Anthony Davis proved his point last night too, by the way.
You gotta understand something. Right?
Wait, now that I said the name Anthony Davis, does anyone want to reconsider having him in their top 10?
Hell
Get
no.
Anthony Edwards out of there.
Listen,
Put Anthony Davis.
Jalen Brunson.
Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah.
We're out of there
Yeah.
in the
Anthony
playoffs?
Davis is a bit. Anthony Davis?
But to get him out of there completely, that's the person you're taking off your playoff list.
The only other person I could take off would be KD.
He not taking KD off.
That's crazy.
Jalen Brunson.
The only other person I could take off.
The way he got his points and the amount of points he scored. Nobody was doing that last
I
year.
don't care about that. I don't.
No, you of course you don't care. But that's
Is
literally
he a
what the
top
question
producing?
about.
Is he a top producing player in the NBA come playoff time? Sure, he's not a top 10 player in the NBA.
So what
he
are you? So what
he
are we
plays
talking
in a
about?
system and a scenario that is designed for
What
him.
system? He was doing it 1-on-1. He was the system. What are we talking? He did last year what we wanted Harden to do in the playoffs for how many years? What are we talking about?
You see, I don't have Harden in this list. You see, I don't have Harden in my list, right? So don't bring
Nor
up
should
Harden.
you.
I don't have Harden in my list.
I said what we wanted Harden to do.
Okay, but he's not on my list. So what are you bringing up Harden for?
Because I'm saying he did what Harden was supposed to do.
But I'm saying no one cares about Harden. So what does that mean?
No, you don't care because you're biased. Go ahead.
Who cares about Harden? Nate, raise your hand if in this chat if you care about James Harden. That's why you brought him up. Exactly. Wait, so Dre, give me your order now. Since you have AD in it, I'll grant you the privilege to say your order one more time.
Okay, hold on, because now I got to reconfigure. Jokic, Tatum, Luka, Giannis.
Hold on. Why are you speeding through? Okay.
Jokic.
Yes.
Tatum.
Luka.
Giannis.
Giannis at 4.
Brunson at 5.
You guys are crazy. Brunson at 5.
Steph.
You got to get that Knicks hate out of your heart.
You have Brunson
Gotta
over
get that
Steph
shit out of
Curry,
your
bro. Y'all, if you were playing a basketball game in the playoffs today, you truly tell me you would want Jalen Brunson on your team?
Yes, because I trust his
Hell
ability
no.
to get
Hell no.
open, to get
Hell
good
no.
looks and make them. Clutch
Never in
factor
life.
is everything in
Never
the
in life.
playoffs.
I
And
have
he's
too
a
much-
clutch player in
Never
the
in life.
regular season and in the playoffs.
And the
Yes,
playoffs,
Jalen
Stephen
Brunson.
Curry going 1
Never
for
in
2.
life.
I have far too much
Never
tape.
in
Not even
life.
a question, honestly.
Never in life.
SGA
Never
is
in
not
life.
even in the conversation yet.
I
You
asked you
gotta
about
earn that
Curry.
this year.
I asked you about Curry.
I'm telling you about Curry.
You
I said I
man
have-
want.
Oh, I didn't put her on my list. I'm tripping.
Curry, let me tell you something about Curry.
I love Curry. Don't get me wrong.
We need to be
today.
realistic about Curry. We need to be realistic about Curry.
No.
Curry is the one that benefits from the system more than Jalen Brunson. Curry, when it comes to getting his own shot,
Wait. Which player more defines the system of their team, Brunson or Curry?
Brunson. Brunson is the system.
And what is Steph? Steph defined NBA basketball.
Put Dame in that system, see what he does.
What do you think he
This
does?
is another conversation for another episode, but we'll get into it later. But
I'm not going back and forth today. I'm not going back and forth today.
you got to get that Knicks hate out of your heart. You're from New York City. You're from Brooklyn, New York.
Steph Curry defined modern basketball, but Jalen Brunson defines his system more than Jalen Brunson.
Stephen Curry played with Klay Thompson, who's one of the greatest shooting guards of all time.
I'm gonna say what I said again and stand on it.
We gotta put more respect on Clay, and then you play with Kevin Durant.
Steph Curry defined modern basketball, but doesn't define his system.
He was able to define modern basketball because of all the help he played with.
Yeah, keep going, Trey. 6, Steph Curry.
I'm not jacking that.
Steph Curry. 7, Anthony Davis. 8, Kawhi Leonard. 9, LeBron James. 10, Kevin Durant.
Your list is not bad. It's just wrong, but it's not bad.
It's not wrong.
You have Kawhi over LeBron?
Yeah. He's younger. He's younger. He's younger.
Great.
He's younger. And
it's not crazy.
This guy's insane.
Kawhi Leonard in his last stint in the playoffs, and his second to last stint in the playoffs, had the craziest playoff series I've ever
Alan,
seen.
you wanna
he averaged 36.
Alan, you want to fix because you didn't have Curry and you realize you're insane.
Yeah. I'm gonna fix a couple things. So I'm gonna take Curry, put
take SGA out.
No, I'm not taking SGA out.
Take Ant out. Take Brunson out. You have 3 clear options.
What you got against Brunson?
I'm not taking Brunson out.
Is the Knicks hate? I'm telling you, it's not logical.
I'm not taking Brunson.
What he's saying about Brunson is logical.
Let me ask you something, Farrell. Hold on, Alan. Before you continue, Farrell, who do you expect more? Who do you like more as a team? Not respect. Not who you think is better. Who do you like more as a team? The Boston Celtics or the New York Knicks?
What do you mean by like?
Who do you like? Who do you favor?
If the teams are playing, who would I root for?
Who? Yes.
The Knicks.
I don't believe you. I don't see. Hold on. I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
I believe.
Are you dumb? Are you dumb?
I don't believe you.
Celtics K smoking on the op pack, and it's sticky icky green. Put what's his face? Put what's that? What's the man's name? Red something red.
Red Auerbach.
Put Red Auerbach in a pack.
Yo.
Very crazy.
Yo. What's wrong with you?
That might be the title of the episode.
What's crazy is he started off with what's his name?
Rest in piss.
Yo. Wow.
He looking into too much Chief Keef in them.
Yo, don't bring up Chief Keef no more.
Yeah, we can't. We cannot. Yeah, no. We have new information. We have new information. No, I know what you're talking about, Alan. I know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was talking about because he's talking about blow New Jersey up, but I don't know.
I forgot about
I don't know what you're talking about.
Let me see.
I forgot about
information. Dre, Google it and don't say anything out loud.
Go on mute.
Oh, actually, I do know what you're talking about.
I don't know. I literally don't know what you're.
Let's just say he's not like us.
Look
at Paul. Look at Paul.
What does that mean?
He's not like us.
That's
what that song really should be about.
It's the biggest line in that song, Paul.
Although, to be fair,
wait a minute.
Hold on, wait. Legally speaking, it depends on what state he was in.
Wait a second.
That's true.
It depends on what state. It's still nasty work, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, it's still nasty work, but technically it depends. Someone look up Chicago.
Yeah.
I didn't know all of that.
Anyway. So, Alan, you're changing stuff around. So you got Jokic, Luka, Giannis, Tatum, SGA, Ant, Brunson, Kawhi, Bron, KD. What are your changes?
Oh, I gotta change a couple things. You're not gonna like it though. I'm putting Steph over KD.
Interesting.
Okay. All right. Is that it?
I want to put in AD too because that's a good point, but I don't know who I'm taking out.
I think SGA or Ant are the easy picks. I'll leave Brunson alone. I think SGA and Ant are the easy picks. Think about what you watched last night. Remember, healthy.
Yeah,
Healthy.
I'll take him. I'll put him over SGA. You're right.
At 5, or you just move everybody up 1?
Move everybody up 1.
Okay. So you have him after Steph.
Yeah.
All right, let me just do this really quick, and then we are making our first round picks and getting out of here.
Yeah, you missed the whole first part of the episode, man. The whole first, so you got to rewind.
Run it back. Like, comment, subscribe.
Facts.
Okay, so your top 10 is now Jokic, Luka, Giannis, Tatum, Ant, Brunson, Kawhi, Bron, Steph, AD. Yeah, I'm standing on mine. Giannis, Luka, Jokic, Tatum, Bron, KD, Curry, Kawhi, AD, Ant. Those are the 10 best players in the NBA when healthy.
In the playoffs?
In the playoffs.
Absolutely.
The fact that you don't have Brunson in there is crazy, but we can forgive you.
Absolutely.
Wait, so if we come out of the playoffs, y'all still got Brunson as a top 10 player?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I do. I gotta sit down and look at it, but off the cuff, I think so.
Wait. This could do it for me. Do y'all think Jalen Brunson is a better player than Ant? Because that's the only person I'm even willing to take off.
Me personally, no.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And the reason I say so is because of the thing that's so special about Jalen Brunson to me. Not just because he's a Knick. It's because of how he gets his shots. He becomes unguardable. You understand what I'm saying? Whereas with a guy like Anthony Edwards, it's more so like he makes difficult shots, but difficult shots don't always go in. Whereas Jalen Brunson can get a good look easier than him.
I think you're only thinking about the ability to get a bucket. And if you're talking about the ability to get a bucket, then yes, sure, Brunson is probably top 3 in the NBA, top 4 in the NBA. If I'm talking about player, you know how I feel about player. You have to hide him, especially in the playoffs. So I can't have him in my top 10.
So why Curry?
Because the plus minus of having to hide versus production.
You have to hide Luka too. What you mean?
Versus production. I'll take a 45. I'll take a 45-point triple, which is why I have Jokic, which is why I have Giannis first, right? But I'll take a 45 triple double along with having to hide you. I'll take
the only thing Brunson can't do out of that triple double is get the boards.
That's a fact.
Correct.
So
correct.
I don't know why you think that. Where do you have Brunson? Do you think he's a top 20?
I'll let y'all talk me into. Yeah, he's probably top 15. He's probably top 15 NBA player.
Would you say he's top 11?
I'll have him as a toss up with Ant. I'll do that. I'll have him as
I can respect that from a Lakers fan.
I'll have him as a toss up with Ant, but I can't put him over those 9 players. I don't think he's a better player than the 9 players I named.
You definitely can, but that's all right.
I don't. Giannis, my top 9, Giannis, Luka, Jokic, Tatum, Bron, KD, Curry, Kawhi, Anthony Davis. If you told me right now, I'll put it this way. If Anthony Davis got traded for Brunson, I would have cried.
Unbelievable. Jalen Brunson.
In fact, the way I have it, the 8 players I have above Anthony Davis, they are the only 8 players who I could have traded for and been as happy as I am now. We traded for Giannis, cool. We traded for Luka, obviously great. We traded for Jokic, amazing. We traded for Tatum, cool. We traded for KD, cool. We traded for Curry, cool. We traded for Kawhi, because of health, I would have been like, And then Anthony Davis. Anyone after that, we traded for Ant. I'm like, I mean,
Jalen Brunson.
We traded for Brunson.
Jalen Brunson, out of everybody you named on your list, he's one of the few guys who's actually a playoff riser. Like, because you said playoffs, he goes higher.
That Luka is the best player.
Wait, why didn't we put Jimmy Butler?
You have told because he's not top 10
in the playoffs.
No,
he's a front runner. He's a fraud.
He's not top 10.
He's a fraud.
I'll say he's not consistently the best in the playoffs.
No, he's a front runner. When he's
right there,
he's right there. Like, oh, now I'm gonna score 40.
Yeah, he's not consistently the best. He
elevates
for his team, needs it, but he's not constantly like.
And he doesn't elevate all the time when he needs it.
If there are rooms, and we didn't do it in order, if there are rooms, I would say my top 9 are on the top floor of the building. I would say on the second floor, on the second to top floor of the building, without any order, I'm throwing in there Jimmy, Dame, and SGA, Booker. Like I'm putting Kyrie. I'm putting all those guys in that second room.
The way Booker got beat in the playoffs by Luka, I'm not putting Booker in there.
That wasn't his fault.
Well, he was on the team. He was on the floor. He was on the floor.
I'm just talking about players. I ain't talking about teams. I ain't talking about team success. I'm talking about players.
You can't be beat. Listen, Jalen Brunson did more with less.
In the East.
No, so what? He did more. His team
against
never
who?
got beat
Against
the
who?
way that
Against
Devin
who?
Booker's team got beat.
Against who? You almost couldn't beat the hobbled Joel Embiid and Sixers. So stop talking to
What do
me.
you mean almost?
What are you talking about? Our best player.
beat them.
Hold on. Wait a second. No. We were injured. We were in. What are you talking
And
about?
we beat them.
Yes.
Devin Booker didn't beat the Luka.
You would have got smacked worse.
No, we wouldn't. Because
Matter of fact, Jalen Brunson was on the court.
Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson was part of that happening.
You don't know Jalen Brunson. You don't know Jalen Brunson. You gotta learn though. Jalen Brunson. If you're watching this,
Jalen Brunson is in my. Watch this, Paul. Watch this, Paul. Jalen Brunson is in my top 5 players in the NBA, and we had the same hair tech.
What are you talking about? How is he in your top 5 in the NBA? You don't have him in your top 5.
Top 5 favorite players in the NBA.
How do you have him as a top 5 favorite player, but he's not in the top 10 of your NBA performers? That doesn't make any sense.
Kyrie's my favorite player in the NBA, and he's not sniffing top 10.
He's not sniffing?
Kyrie? No.
Kyrie Irving?
No.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. This is what I'm gonna say. This is gonna be the last thing I say before we go to.
Don't act like that because you wasn't even thinking about Kyrie till I brought his name up.
No, Kyrie's in the top 15 for me. If we expand the list,
I said 10. I said 10. He's not sniffing top 10.
Sniffing top 10 is being in the top 15.
That means you're 11-12. That means you're 11-12. Do you have him 11 or 12?
I have him 13.
Okay, then. So stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. Anyway, let's make these first round picks and get out of here, bro.
Yeah.
All right. The Knicks, the Celtics.
How we do this, host?
Let's do one by one.
One by one.
Say them clearly.
Per series are going one by one. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
First series we're looking at is Thunder Grizzlies.
Thunder.
And we're just doing picks. We're no argument because we'll do analysis of post game breakdown, so we don't need to analyze our predictions. Thunder Grizzlies, Dre.
Thunder.
Paul.
You doing them out of games?
Yes, I like that. Paul. So Dre, Thunder and what?
Thunder in 4.
Wow.
Damn.
Paul.
It's a clean sweep. I don't respect the Grizzlies.
Paul.
Thunder in 6.
That's a little much. Allen.
Thunder 6.
This man got the Thunder in 5.
I got the Thunder in 5. I think
John
Bain gets you one. I think John Bay gets you one at home.
I think Ja gets you one, and then Bain gets you another one.
Nah.
Y'all really be riding for Bain.
Bain is nice.
He's good, man.
Okay, Nuggets Clippers.
Nuggets in 6.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Actually, that might be
last chance. We're not going back. Last chance.
Are we assuming Kawhi staying healthy the whole time?
We're not. It's not hypothetical now. You're making a pick. This is a real pick. You're making your prediction. Do you think he's going to stay healthy?
I do. Thunder in 6. I'm sorry. Nuggets in 6.
Paul.
Nuggets in 7. Sorry, Nomad.
Allen.
It's very tough, but Clippers in 7.
Ooh. Very tough.
I got Clippers in 6.
Damn.
I'm
not all the way mad at 6. I'm not all the way mad.
Did you say Clippers in 6?
He said Clippers in 6.
He doesn't respect the Nuggets, man. He said they're not a real contender.
Yeah, but he didn't want to face them. I think
Clippers steal game 1 and then win the next 3 home games.
That's gonna be my favorite series. I think that's gonna be a good series.
Mark my words. Clippers steal game 1 and then just win the next 3 of their home games.
Yeah, he spelled that right.
No.
I don't know what he's trying to say.
He's trying to say Soapbox.
Lakers Timberwolves, Dre.
Yeah.
Lakers in 6.
Paul.
Lakers at 5. I want to say 4, but I think Edwards gonna get them one.
He's gonna
In
get him
spite
too.
of
Allen. Allen.
Lakers in 6. 6.
Six is
There's no
respect.
need. There's no need to even ask me. You already know. What did my daddy say earlier?
What's your daddy? Is that what you just said?
Yes.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, guy?
Who do you think that was?
No,
he's talking about-
He's talking about.
Was that really your father? Oh, not. Oh. I thought you were talking about Shannon Sharp.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. Yo.
I didn't know. I didn't know. That.
Moving on.
I was like, yo.
Rockets Warriors, Dre.
Warriors in 7. Actually, can I redo that? Warriors in 6.
Yeah, I swear to God, this guy can't make up his mind. Paul.
I'm saying Warriors in 7, man. I'm putting some respect on the Rockets.
I'm not. Nah, put it on
Allen.
6.
I got Rockets in 7.
You really mess with Şengün.
I got Warriors in 6.
You said what?
I got Warriors in 6. I want to say 5, but someone's gonna have a bum. Draymond's gonna do something to lose them a game.
I'm gonna get kicked out.
Him and Dylan Brooks, but that's also. But like Dylan Brooks is gonna do something to make them lose the series. But Draymond's gonna do something to make them lose a game, and the Rockets will get one on their own merit.
Dylan Brooks is a good player, man.
I don't care. I don't care. I am.
All right.
He's the one Canadian I don't like.
Wow.
Cavs Heat, Dre.
Cavs in 4. No hope in the Heat.
None. Paul.
Can we just all agree Cavs in 4?
Listen, Paul.
I'm not even gonna get in one game. They play well against the Hawks, but no.
Allen.
Cavs in 5. I respect Eric's posture.
That's why we didn't do that, Dre. Because I also believe the same thing. I believe Cavs in 5. I don't think the Cavs know how to be a number 1 seed and just fully take care of business.
Yeah.
I don't see them as like a team who has the mentality to really sweep a team.
I don't trust Bam against Evan Mobley and Jared Allen.
I do for one game.
Yeah, it's a fact.
I do for one game. Pacers Bucks, which by the way is happening now, but you gotta call it. I'm not gonna tell you the score. Call it.
I got Bucks in 6.
Paul.
Pacers in 7, man.
Oh,
Allen.
Bucks 7.
And what?
7.
I also have Bucks in 7 because it's gonna go to game 7, and then I'm always taking Giannis in a game 7. Y'all are dumb.
You think he's
y'all?
playing like
I'm actually gonna put Giannis in 7.
Dame is back, right?
Yes, he is.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna put Giannis in 7. Now that you made your picks, you should know that the Bucks are up 40. The Pacers are up 41-34 with 8:15 in the second.
Yeah, no.
I'm not surprised.
Knicks Pistons.
Knicks in 5.
Dre says Knicks in 5.
What you think, Paul?
Paul.
If Tom Thibodeau does what he's supposed to do,
No caveats. Make the prediction. No hypotheticals. Make your prediction. What do you think is going to happen? What do you believe is going to happen? Say it. Say it. You believe that, or you're hoping for that?
I don't know what to believe, man. I don't know
You're an analyst.
But I can't. This man, Tom Thibodeau, is ridiculous.
Make an analyzation. What do you believe is going to happen based on your observation and knowledge?
Need an analysis?
I
You say analyzation.
I believe that. Oh yeah, Dame is not back. He's coming back game 3.
That's correct.
The Knicks are going to
Win the finals, so make a pick for this series.
The Knicks are more talented than the Pistons.
He believes the Knicks can lose this series. I see it.
I know. I do. I do.
I see it all in his face. I see it in his face.
I do. But that's why I said Tom Thibodeau is the key.
Paul, I want you to be an objective pseudo journalist right now. We know what you're rooting for and what you're hoping for, but just be honest. What do you actually think is going to happen?
I can't. Listen, there's reports that Tom Thibodeau might have some tricks under his sleeve and might not have shown certain
Alan,
looks.
You see it?
No, you
He
said
doesn't
you want me to analyze? You said you want me to analyze? You said you want me to analyze? I'm giving you that analysis. There are reports. I said there are reports. There are reports. There are reports that certain lineups we haven't seen because.
Oh, you think the Knicks are gonna lose?
No, I don't think that.
You think
I know it can happen. I would be surprised.
You're gonna lose. You think
I would be surprised.
You think the Knicks are gonna
I bet
lose?
you didn't think that you was gonna be this nervous first round, huh?
Tom Thibodeau is getting. listen. I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
Either I'll give you this. Right, my prediction is Knicks in 5, but either we lose in the first round or we go to the finals. No in between.
And so,
Oh, brother.
so your prediction is Knicks in 5, Allen.
Knicks in 6.
Yeah, me and Allen are aligned as most times. Knicks in 6. I don't think they're gonna lose, but I love the fear that Knicks fans have because they absolutely
Kind of funny.
They absolutely could
fear.
lose. They absolutely could lose. And I think they're gonna lose game 1.
Oh shit!
If we lose game 1, it's over.
Why you think that? I don't think that at all.
Because
I think they throw a defensive
we
scheme at you
lose-
that you have to adjust to.
let's adjust. You see the word he just used? Tom Thibodeau's our coach. If we don't win game 1 today, we're losing the series. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you. Because if we don't win, that shows that it's going to be because this man, Tom Thibodeau, didn't do what he was supposed to do. He's going to be reluctant to do it for the series going forward.
All right, Celtics Magic, Orlando Magic, Dre.
Celtics in 4.
Season 4. Paul.
You said Orlando Magic
Yes.
versus the Celtics.
Yeah.
Yes.
4.
I also have Celtics in 4.
I want to say 5, but
Nope.
I just think the C's
trust me.
they have that mentality that I was talking about that I don't think the Cavs have, and
Agreed.
they'll actually take care of business and not
and
play
quite-
with food.
And quiet as kept, the Magic didn't even end the season right, and they were healthy.
Yeah, but they got some talent, and I think Paolo is ascending to the kind of player that can get you one. I think he would have had to play all year and be like fully in his bag to be that player. Because the way he started the season, like if he had played like 70 games, he might get you 1 or 2 in this series. But I don't think he's in a good enough space to do it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
But if they're healthy next year, they could be a top 4 seed. I truly believe that.
they're gonna be top 3 next year.
Like they're better than the Pacers.
They need more shooting. That's their problem.
Yeah, I was gonna say their offense is tough to say they're better than Pacers, but I'm not mad.
I think they're better than the Pacers. But
They could
Paula,
be.
Paula was just not healthy this year. But I think they're better than the Pacers.
The Pacers' defense isn't so great still this year, so I could see the Magic elevating their offense, getting some more help.
I think
They already got the defense.
I think they're better than the Pacers. Weren't they the 4-5 last year?
Yes.
Weren't the Pacers?
Yeah.
Pacers were a 6 seed, no?
Pacers were
No, the Knicks were the 2nd seed last year. We played.
I said 6. Weren't the Pacers? Oh, so they were 7th.
I think they were.
Yeah, so I think
Were they playing last year?
the Pacers.
Yeah.
No, bro, the Pacers were in 7 because you played the Pacers.
You played them in the
Second
second
round.
round.
I played the Pacers second round. Yeah.
So they were 6, no?
So who did they beat? The Bucks. They beat the Bucks first.
Yeah, 3-6.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, no, then that means the Magic were 8 because that would have been 1-8. Cavs
No,
round.
I think Magic were the 4-5 with the Cavs.
Yes,
Magic
you're
were,
right.
yes.
You're right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the Magic have already been better than the Pacers. That's what. Yeah, I think the Magic are better than the Pacers. I think the only reason Magic dropped to 7 is because they were not healthy, and so the Pacers got in, and the Pistons were good this year. But if
They
the
took a
Magic
step
were,
back this year, low key.
if the Magic were healthy, it would be Magic Bucks right now.
The Magic took a step back this year. That's the problem.
Because of injuries.
No,
though.
it
It
literally
wasn't
just because
just-
Paolo was not hurt. That's literally just because Paolo was hurt. That's the only thing that happened.
I disagree with you because when he got hurt, they were still winning games, and then when he came back, they
But
started to go.
Franz got hurt too.
and they were still winning games. Remember that? Earlier this year, people were like, "Wow, how are they still?"
So you
winning?
think the majority of their losing happened when both of them came back?
They took a step down? Yeah,
No,
they did. Like statistically, they did. I remember they're losing games to end the season. They're not ending the year strong. I remember that.
because they're trying to work their two best players back into the team.
Maybe it's that. Maybe it's that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Let's see if Cole Anthony could get no one.
You think Cole Anthony's gonna make the difference? Are you smoking something?
Cole Anthony could
Cole
have
Anthony's a big player for them.
He is a big player, but he's not getting them nothing.
He could.
Against the Celtics,
Cole
it's not like they're going against the Pistons. This is the
I
Celtics.
mean,
this year?
I predicted a sweep, but I'm just saying he could get
The Celtics are liable to have a really bad shooting night. And
That's true.
Yeah, but not against them. Not against the Magic. And even if
Yeah,
they
bro,
have a bad shooting night,
Paolo
against
played.
anybody.
Yo, it's not even. Yo, they had a lot of. So Paolo played 46 games. Franz only
got
played
hurt.
60. Jalen Suggs only played 35. Mo Wagner only played 30.
it's not their year. That's okay.
That's their team.
Yeah, that's their whole team.
And they still made the playoffs too.
That's what I'm saying.
The East is cooked. Number one, number two.
They're a top 4 team in this league, especially with KCP added. It's really a shame that they weren't healthy this year.
Yeah, but there's always next year. They got to stay healthy next year. Now I don't know if they're a top 4 team. They're a piece away.
They're a top 4 team. They've already been a top 4 team.
You mean the East, not in the league? You said the league.
No, I said the East.
he's-
Oh, my
he's-
bad.
he's-
Whatever. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said the East. But yeah,
Yeah,
they're a
you
top 4 team in the East. And I think if they're healthy next year, they might be better than. Well, they would have been better than the Bucks this year. Yeah. Who's the third
Yeah.
team? The Knicks. I think they're knocking on the door of being better than the Knicks.
No, they're not.
They are a Paolo Banchero All NBA team jump away from being better than the Knicks.
They need.
We are a different coach away from being the number 1 seed.
That's a fact.
That's maybe true, but I'm saying
Give me Mike Malone.
currently constructed, you're Paolo's All NBA jump away from being worse than the Magic.
Yeah.
If Paolo NBA is healthy next year and makes his jump to being an All NBA player,
It could happen.
in
Well,
46 games,
All
in
NBA
46
last year.
games he averaged 26, 8, and 5.
Why are we talking so much about the Magic? We know they're nice. They're just injured.
It sounds
That's
like
how
Paul want
we're-
to get Tibbs fired.
That's how we're talking about them. He does want to get Tibbs fired.
I do too.
But you know you're gonna hire either you want Mike Malone. I know you do.
I do.
I was thinking about him. That would be a good.
I want
But
Mike
you're
Malone.
you're gonna get Bud.
I'm not mad at
I don't
Bud.
care about it. They're both
No.
You're
No.
gonna get Bud.
Listen. I'm not mad at Bud. But
Yes, you are.
no, I'm not. I'm
Malone
not.
is
Do you
from New York, though, I
understand
think.
how bad offensively this guy is?
Yes, we know. We've been watching it for years.
So, like, if we have the same pieces, they're already good defensively.
You don't
Individually.
want Bud. You don't want Bud.
Why not? He
I
won a
want
chip.
Mike Malone. Keep going.
Be honest.
Keep going because I got to get out of here.
You got Jalen Brunson, man.
I got to get out of here. So let's get out of here.
Michael Malone's
You
from the
think, you don't
Spurs.
think I'm joking when I?
We're done.
You don't
We're
learn.
done.
Let's get to the West.
What? We did the West first.
You did the rest.
We're done.
Oh, that's it.
We're done, brother. Picks and
Yo.
you want me to read it back?
No.
Michael Malone's from Astoria, Paul.
Mike Malone's coming back to New York. The writing is on the wall. The only problem is Tibbs just signed an extension like a year
They're
ago.
not firing Tibbs.
That doesn't
They don't
mean
want to
anything.
fire.
That doesn't mean anything.
He got to lose in the first round.
They fire coaches with extensions all the time. Coaches don't hit free agency. Coaches get fired.
We're not firing Tibbs unless he loses.
That's nasty work.
It don't matter where you are on your contract. They'll
This
pay you
team,
to stay
we don't
home.
get it past Paul. If we don't get past the second round, he might still be on the chopping block.
No, he's not. They love that man. We are not like every other team. We have a very tight knit culture, and
That's
her
all.
office is aligned with the coach and with the best player. And all. We're not like other teams.
So you have to lose to the
We take it
Pistons to
too
get
far.
rid of him. You have
You
to
said
lose
what?
to the Pistons. You have to lose to the Pistons to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Yo, this is classic Knicks Pistons. Yo, we're gonna yo, and they're gonna beat you up. I hope you know that. Cat.
They can't guard Cat though. They can't. They got nothing for Cat.
They don't
No
have
more.
to. They're gonna hurt him.
No more of this. Oh my God. No.
They're gonna hurt him. They're gonna. Oh my God!
Oh my God.
That's
Yeah.
a foul. Yo, he says foul just like Dre. That's a foul. Foul.
Okay.
That's
maybe
a
it is.
foul.
That's a
Oh my
foul, bro.
God.
Foul.
This man has a W in that word that does not belong there.
Say foul.
Foul.
You said the same word as me.
No, I didn't.
Say it again.
Foul.
Foul.
You're just
you're
imitating me now.
You're saying foul.
Are you trying to insert you? That's how you say the word.
I say foul.
Sound it out. Sound it out.
Foul.
Oh,
Listen, I learned English from immigrants. Leave me alone.
That's
crazy.
That's
That's a crazy statement, yo.
English from immigrants. Leave me alone.
That's a crazy statement. Oh man. Yo.
We need one crazy quote for today. We got it.
Yo.
Nah, yo, don't call.
That's getting clipped up. Now let's get out of here for real.
Hey, yo, thanks for hanging in with us. It's playoffs time. Let's lock in. Let it. Oh, why'd you do it?
Oh man.
Light it up.
Peace. Let's get it.
Come on. It's Fastbreaks. Listen. We back with another one. Fast breaks, yeah, we coming with the takes. Never early, never late, but we always push the pace, yeah. And we really study tape, y'all just view the highlights. Man, we really watching games, yeah. You just watch from the stands. We run 3-man weeks, Paul, Dre, and Allen, yeah. Way more than a fan. We got love for the game. We don't have to pretend. Got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. I'm the run the fast break. Throw me the outlet. Yeah, we got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. Time to run the fast break. Throw me the outlet.